Bismillah Rahman Rahim, Excellencies, distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, and friends. On behalf of the Embassy of Islamic Republic of Pakistan in the state of Kuwait, I am honored to welcome you to the Pakistan-Kuwait Tech Conference 2025. My name is Hamza Taqir, and I am Second Secretary at the Embassy of Islamic Republic of Pakistan in the state of Kuwait, and I'm privileged to serve as the Master of Ceremony for today. We are deeply honored by the presence of our distinguished guests, Her Excellency Atbi Al-Sabah, Head of Strategy and Governance, Dr. Khalid Mohammad Al-Zamil, Chairman Citra, Her Excellency Ms. Asil Al-Munefi, Undersecretary of the Ministry of Economic Affairs and Investment, Kuwait, Dr. Hajar Al-Hajaji, DCO, His Excellency Dr. Zafar Iqbal, Ambassador of Pakistan to the State of Kuwait, Mr. Sayyid Kamar Raza, Chairman, Board of Governors, Overseas Pakistanis, Mr. Abu Bakr, CEO of Pakistan Software Export Board, and distinguished representatives from the public and private sectors of Kuwait and Pakistan. Today's conference brings together visionaries and leaders who are shaping the future technology and digital transformation in both nations. Pakistan is proud to have one of the youngest, most dynamic technology workforces with a thriving startup ecosystem delivering innovation in AI, fintech, cybersecurity, and software development. Kuwait's forward-looking vision and strong economy create fertile ground for collaboration and shared growth. This conference is a testament to the joint efforts of the Embassy of Islamic Republic of Pakistan, the Pakistan Software Export Board, and the Digital Cooperation Organization in building bridges between our countries. It is an open platform for dialogue, partnership, and investments. Over the coming sessions, you will hear from distinguished speakers and innovators leading the way for digital trade, AI, fintech, health tech, and smart economies. I encourage you to participate fully and exchange knowledge and ideas for a better collaboration and partnership in B2B and B2G arrangements. To begin our program with blessings of Almighty, we will start with the recitation from the Holy Quran.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
Qul huwa Allahu ahad.
Say, He is Allah, who is one.
Allahu samad.
Allah, the eternal refuge.
Lam yalid wa lam yulad.
He neither begets nor is born.
وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ.
Nor is there to him any equivalent.
To begin our program with right now, it is my honor to now invite His Excellency Dr. Zafar Iqbal, the Ambassador of Islamic Republic of Pakistan to Kuwait, to deliver the welcome address.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ashabu Saada, الضيوف الكرام الزملاء الأعزاء السيدات والسادة السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته وصباح الخير. يسعدني أن أرحب بكم في أول مؤتمر للتقنية بين باكستان والكويت. يتم تنظيم هذا المؤتمر من قبل مجلس صادرات البرمجيات في باكستان بالتعاون مع منظمة التعاون الرقمي، ويقام هنا في دولة الكويت تجسيداً لرؤيتنا المشتركة لمستقبل الرقمي. في البداية أعرف عن شكر حكومة باكستان وشعب باكستان للقيادة الحكيمة لصاحب السمو الأمير الشيخ مشال أحمد الجابر الصباح حفظه الله ورعاه على توجيهاته ودعمه المستمر لتعزيز العلاقات بين باكستان والكويت. كما أتقدم بالشكر لحكومة الكويت وخاصة وزارة المالية وهيئة الاتصالات وتقنية المعلومات والجهاز المركزي للتكنولوجيا المعلومات على دعمهم القيم في إطار رؤية الكويت 2035. كما نعرف عن شكرنا لوزارة الداخلية والوزارة الخارجية في الكويت على ما قدمته من تسهيلات وتعاون. السيدات والسادة، إن هذا اليوم يعكس لحظة تاريخية، فلأول مرة تجتمع باكستان والكويت على منصة خاصة بالتكنولوجيا والابتكار والتحول الرقمي. فباكستان تملك قطاعا للتقنية المعلومات يعتبر من الأسرع نمواً في آسيا، بينما تقدم الكويت برؤيتها المستقبلية الشريك المثالي في هذه المسيرة. ونفتخر أيضاً بإعلان منظمة التعاون الرقمي عن إطلاق أداة AI ريال، وهي مبادرة مهمة تتوافق مع رؤية بلدينا في تسخير الذكاء الاصطناعي بشكل مسؤول وشامل. كما أن خطوات تسهيل التأشيرات الأخيرة التي قدمتها الكويت قد فتحت أبواباً جديدة للتبادل والتعاون التجاري. وإن هذا المؤتمر ليس مجرد عرض، بل هو نقطة انطلاق لشراكات دائمة إن شاء الله. وما بدء العروض والنقاشات والتواصل بين الشركات، يجب أن نتذكر أن مهمتنا تتجاوز العقود التجارية، فهي تتعلق ببناء الثقة وتعزيز الصداقة ووضع أسس مستقبل رقمي مشترك بين بلدينا وشعبينا. إن التعاون في مجال التقنية والابتكار ضروري للدول العربية والإسلامية، لأنه يمكن شبابنا ويقوي اقتصاداتنا ويقلل من الاعتماد على الآخرين. أتمنى لجميع الشركات المشاركة يوماً مثمراً ونقاشات ناجحة اليوم. شكراً جزيلاً.
And now I would like to invite Mr. Sayyid Qamar Raza, Chairman, Board of Governors, Overseas Pakistanis, to kindly share his remarks.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Ministers, Excellencies, diplomats, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and very good morning. It's given me immense pleasure to address you today at the Pakistan-Kuwait Tech Conference 2025, Pakistan's first ever technology conference in Kuwait. This important initiative, organized by Embassy of Pakistan in collaboration with the Pakistan Software Export Board, is a milestone in strengthening our bilateral cooperation in field of information technology. Pakistan today stands at the forefront of digital transformation. With one of the youngest population in the world, we are proud to have a large dynamic pool of IT professionals, entrepreneurs, and innovators. They are making their mark globally in areas such as artificial intelligence, software development, fintech, e-commerce, and digital services. Pakistan IT's export have shown steady growth, reflecting both the talent and our youth and the trust of international partners. Pakistan represents an enormous human and knowledge capital. It has more than 2,000 IT companies and call centers, and the number is growing every year. Pakistan has more than 300,000 IT professionals with expertise in current and emerging IT products and technologies, 13 software technologies parks. More than 20,000 IT graduates and engineers are being produced each year, coupled with rising startup culture. Digital growth in Pakistan is growing through a rapid evolution. IT sector is one of the fastest growing sectors of Pakistan, contributing about 1% of GDP of Pakistan at about $3.5 billion US. It's double in the past 4 years, and we're expecting to grow in further 100% in next 2 to 4 years to around 7 billion. Kuwait, which have forward-looking vision for economic diversification and digitalization, is a natural partner for Pakistan. I see great potential for joint venture between Pakistani and Kuwaiti companies, especially emerging technologies, partnership in cold computing, cyber technology, fintech, and e-governance can generate a new opportunity for both countries. Similarly, talent exchanges, trainings, programs, and startup collaboration can create sustainable bridge between our two countries. I must also recognize the valuable role of the Pakistani diaspora in Kuwait. Our community here, hardworking, dedicated, and deeply respected. They act as a living bridge of friendship between Pakistan and Kuwait. This conference not only highlights Pakistan IT potential, but also open avenue for overseas Pakistanis to engage in technology, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference marks beginning a new chapter in Pakistan-Kuwait relationship. It is not only about showcasing technology, but also building trust, fostering collaboration, and shaping a shared digital future. I'm confident that partnership and discussion here will pave the way for long-term prosperity and mutual growth. Let us work together to convert ideas into partnership and partnership into a real progress for our people. Thank you once again. Pakistan-Kuwait friendship Zindabad. Pakistan Hamesha Zindabad.
Please now welcome Mr. Abu Bakr, CEO of Pakistan Software Export Board, to present the opening address. His Excellencies and ladies and gentlemen, we will now play a video on why Pakistan, and right after then we will move to Mr. Abu Bakr's opening remarks. So please, why Pakistan?
في عالم تصنع فيه التكنولوجيا مصير الأمم، هناك دولة تقف مستعدة للقيادة. باكستان أمة شابة القلب، جريئة الرؤية، لا حدود لطموحاتها. تضم واحدة من أكبر فئات الشباب في العالم، وقوة عاملة جاهزة لدفع الابتكار العالمي. كفاءات ماهرة، متصلة، ومهيئة للمستقبل. اليوم يمتد الأثر الرقمي لباكستان عبر القارات، يبني ويبتكر ويغير حياة الناس في أكثر من 170 دولة. وقد حازت باكستان اعترافا عالميا عندما نالت بفخر لقب وجهة التكنولوجيا لعام 2024 في معرض جيتكس العالمي. وبفضل السياسات القوية والطموح الوطني، فإن صعود باكستان كوجهة تكنولوجية عالمية تقوده القيادة من أعلى المستويات.
وتتويجا لهذه الجهود، أقرت باكستان تشريعاً تاريخياً تحت مسمى قانون الأمة الرقمية الباكستاني، الذي يهدف إلى تحقيق التحول الرقمي الشامل في منظومة الحوكمة والاقتصاد والمجتمع. وبهذه المناسبة أتوجه بالترحيب بالجميع للانضمام إلينا كشركاء في هذه الرحلة المليئة بالتحديات والإنجازات، والتي نسعى من خلالها إلى جعل باكستان الوجهة التكنولوجية الأولى على مستوى العالم.
إلى ليب وجي دي سي تجذب باكستان أنظار العالم، تقود الابتكار، تبني شراكات مؤثرة، وتثبت نفسها لاعبا رئيسيا في الاقتصاد الرقمي. وخلف هذا الزخم مؤسسات تعمل بجد، تمكن الصادرات وتدعم رواد الأعمال وتفتح الأبواب للأسواق العالمية.
يتمثل تفويجنا في دعم قطاع تكنولوجيا المعلومات وتعزيز صادراته الوطنية. لذلك أدعو الجميع إلى استكشاف الفرص الاستثمارية الواعدة في باكستان. نحن موجودون هنا لدعمكم ولدعم الصناعة، ولنضمن أن رحلتكم الاستثمارية في باكستان ستكون سلسة وناجحة كما هي في أي دولة أخرى حول العالم.
ومؤخرا استضافت باكستان بفخر منتدى الاستثمار الأجنبي المباشر الرقمي بمشاركة ممثلين من أكثر من 45 دولة من وزراء ومستثمرين عالميين وقادة تكنولوجيين. وقد جرى الالتزام باستثمارات تجاوزت 700 مليون دولار في قطاع تكنولوجيا المعلومات، وهو تقدم كبير في جذب الاستثمارات العالمية. وبقيادة رئيس الوزراء شخصيا شكل المنتدى إشارة واضحة على التزام باكستان الجاد ببناء اقتصاد قائم على التكنولوجيا. صادراتنا في تكنولوجيا المعلومات والاتصالات تتصاعد، شركاتنا الناشئة تتوسع، اقتصادنا الرقمي ينهض. إنها ليست مجرد ثورة رقمية، بل حركة يقودها الناس ويحفزها الابتكار ويلهمها المستقبل. باكستان تدعو العالم للاستثمار، للابتكار وللازدهار.
It's my honor to be here, honor and privilege to be here. My name is Abu Bakr. I'm the CEO of Pakistan Software Export Board, which is an organization under Ministry of IT and Telecommunication. And I'm so honored that Kuwait friends, our brotherly nations, has opened us to come here and host us. We are very fortunate. And as we say, this is the beginning. But I want to welcome Her Excellency, Ms. Asel Al-Munifi. Thank you for being here. His Excellency Dr. Khalid Mohammed Al-Zamil, Chairman, CITRIM. Dr. Najat Hussain Ibrahim Hamad, Acting General Manager, Center of CIT. Dr. Hajar Al-Hadoudi, Director General DCO. Thank you for being here. His Excellency Dr. Zafar Iqbal, our Ambassador, who's the brain behind this. And Syed Kamar Raza, thank you for being here. And Mr. Adbi Al-Sabah, Head of Strategy and Government. I won't take too much time, but I want to share some of the reasons why we are here. As you know, Pakistan has a thriving economy on tech side. You saw some of the stats, I'm not going to repeat it, but our country is on the verge of being completely doubling, tripling, whatever you want to think of it. At this point, we are emerging faster than any other economy in the world. You saw what happened in the last few months, whether it's geopolitical, whether it's internally for us. We are on the rise where we think our potential, our talent, what we offer is our human resource talent, which is next to none. I think it is the best, one of the best. The reason why I say very passionately about this, I lived in the US for 33 years before I moved to Pakistan last year and took this mission. And when I was on the other side of this, from the US, I worked in a lot of different corporate organizations, large organizations, and I worked in different parts of the world. I did the outsourcing work for IT in different parts of the world. Pakistan, our neighbors, amazing work there too. Europe, South America, Philippines, you name it, I did it. And I can say it with a clear passion and clear conscience. Pakistan's talent is better than anyone else. And there's a reason for it. First, we have a very, very large young population, very tech-savvy, English-speaking. We're the third largest English-speaking country in the world. We are the third largest freelancing economy in the world. And I think there's a reason why people are now just started to realize the potential of what we have to offer. In addition to all of this, we offer the best value arbitrage for the world to see. What we are here today, we have 18 of the top Pakistani companies are here. What you're going to see throughout the day in the next few hours is each one of them will be presenting their capabilities to offer to Kuwait. And we are so excited. I'm telling you, the companies are so excited to be here in Kuwait because they think this is one of the markets, the untapped potential and the opportunity working with the Kuwaiti companies and Kuwaiti government and Kuwaiti people is super exciting. I know I was talking to a lot of different companies. They all think that the time is now. For Pakistan, I always say the time is now. We have come to the realization, and the world has come to the realization, that we are probably one of the most valuable hidden gem that has not been tapped yet. And I think we are here to give you that flavor and that introduction of what we have to offer. And I would strongly encourage, I always say one thing at the end to say, people, and that has always been my mistake for the last 20 years, and I've done it many times, multiple times. If you have not visited Pakistan, please do visit once. I've done it, I've said it multiple times, I've done it multiple times, I've taken a lot of people to Pakistan multiple times. I've yet to find out 9 out of 10 times people who come to Pakistan once experience the hospitality, the culture, the talent, the opportunity, and the economic opportunity. They always come back. And it has been proven, and nobody has proven me wrong in the last 20 years, and I've done it multiple times from different parts of the world, and they have all come and experienced the hospitality and the culture and the talent pool, and they always wanted to come back. I'll give you this last word. You saw the event that we hosted in April this year with the big support from DCO, and Madam, Her Excellency Dima Al-Yahya was there in person too. We hosted that event, one of the flagship event for us from an international. We have about 150 foreign delegates that came in Islamabad in April. In a pre-kickoff event, I asked the question, how many of you are visiting Pakistan for the first time? And almost half, I would say 75 of them said, first time visiting. And I said to myself, I'm gonna just check on them in 2 days after. And I think I checked with most of them. They all said they would come back and they would explore the opportunities to work with the Pakistani companies and Pakistani people. So I think this is, again, my request is to network with the companies here. There's some amazing companies that are out there. They're just sometimes very humble not to show them that they are. We export to 170 countries. These are the people. These are the companies that do export to 170 countries from Pakistan. People may not realize some of these facts. I'll give you one or two more and then I'll stop here. People may not know that almost 50% of the stock market in Africa runs on a platform that is built, designed, operated, supported from Pakistan. People don't realize the entire financial transactions that runs in the UAE runs on a platform that is built and done and supported by Pakistani firm. People do not realize that the Qatar oil and gas industry, one of the biggest players and the platforms that they use is from Pakistan. And I can go on and on and on. The stories are just mind-blowing to myself when I spent the last year looking at the stories that are all over the place. I think this is where we need to showcase. We are out there, we help you. We will, if you need anything that you need to help you get into Pakistan, make it easy for you to enter into Pakistan, we are here to support you. Strongly encourage every company to network. This is the best platform we can offer you, so please make that best out of it. And thank you so much, and really an honor and very thankful for the government in Kuwait and all the dignitaries to host us here. Thank you so much.
It is our privilege to now welcome Dr. Hajar Al-Hijazi, Director General of the Digital Cooperation Organization, to deliver the keynote address.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's both an honor and a privilege to address you today at the Pakistan-Kuwait Tech Conference 2025. On behalf of the Digital Cooperation Organization, I extend my gratitude to our gracious host, the government of Kuwait and the government of Pakistan, as well as to all participants and partners whose presence make this gathering such a significant milestone in our shared digital journey. This conference is more than an agenda of meeting and speeches. It is a powerful reminder of what can be achieved when nations work hand in hand. Pakistan and Kuwait, both valued member states of DCO, are charting a path forward in which digital cooperation is not just an aspiration, but a lived reality. This event will unlock greater opportunities for investment, for innovation across border, and build partnership that will shape the economy of tomorrow. The Digital Cooperation Organization was created with a clear purpose: to accelerate digital prosperity and to ensure that no country is left behind. Our member states represent a population of 800 million of people in 3 different continents. It is our responsibility to connect their diverse economy, facilitate the sharing of expertise, attract global investment, and co-create digital solutions that uplift communities. The collaboration between Pakistan and Kuwait is a compelling illustration of this mission in action. It shows how nations rich in human capital and innovation, like Pakistan, can complement the visionary leadership and ambitious transformation agenda of a nation like Kuwait. At the Digital Cooperation Organization, we take an immense pride in both countries. Each has carved its own path of ambition and achievement. Kuwait, guided by Vision 2035, is building a diversified, knowledge-driven economy. Its IT services market is projected to reach $562 million by the end of this year, and nearly $670 million by 2030. A clear signal of Kuwait's determination to become a regional hub of trade, finance, and innovation. Kuwait is also pioneering the Data Embassy initiative, a groundbreaking model for digital sovereignty and resilience that puts Kuwait at the forefront of digital security and governance. Pakistan, meanwhile, has shown the world what happens when vision meets actions. With one of the youngest populations that have been said many times on the earth and thriving startup ecosystem, Pakistan has proven its global competitiveness. By working with DCO at the Digital DFDI Forum in Islamabad, we witnessed over 700 million USD in investment mobilized. A milestone that demonstrates not just the potential, but the real impact. Beyond this, the DCO is working closely with Pakistan to empower its startup, expand digital skills training for its youth, and open new pathways for cross-border digital trade. But the true power today is not what Pakistan and Kuwait are doing individually or achieved individually, but in what they are achieving together. Together, under the DCO umbrella, they can create a multiplier effect, one that drives growth, enhance competitiveness, and create jobs for their people. The DCO is not only about shaping policy, it's about enabling real opportunities on the ground. This is how digital prosperity is created, through connectivity, opportunity, and inclusivity. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pak-Kuwait Tech Conference 2025 demonstrates that the future is not built in isolation. It is built through partnership, through dialogue, through the willingness to nations to collaborate rather than compete. Together, through our collective commitment as DCO Secretariat and our member state, we are laying the foundation of digital economy that is inclusive, sustainable, and prosperous for all. In closing, I invite you to carry forward the energy of this conference into concrete action and commitment. Let us continue to break barriers, to bridge divides, and to create opportunities for every entrepreneur, every innovator, and every citizen in our member state. Together, we are building not only a digital economy of today, but the inclusive digital future that the generation to come deserve. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, a session of empowering nations through AI will be led by Dr. Khalid Muhammad Abdullah Al-Zamil, Chairman CITRA, and Dr. Hajar Al-Hijaji, DG DCO, will join for the session. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say حياكم الله في الكويت بلدكم الثاني إن شاء الله. It is an honor to join you at the Pak-Kuwait Tech Investment Conference 2025 on behalf of the State of Kuwait and CITRA. I thank the Government of Pakistan, the Ministry of IT and Telecom, PS, EP, and Pasha for their valued partnership. Held during Kuwait's presidency of the Digital Cooperation Organization, DCO, this conference shows our joint commitment to digital cooperation and inclusive digital economy. This gathering is a joint cooperation between Kuwait and Pakistan. We aim to support the IT sector, encourage innovation, and exchange expertise to advance the digital future of both nations. Digital transformation is at the heart of Kuwait Vision 2035, covering smart governance, finance, healthcare, smart cities, cybersecurity, and especially artificial intelligence. AI is reshaping economies and societies, but it must empower people, protect values, and serve the common good. Earlier this year, the DCO adopted principles of ethical AI and launched tools such as the AI Ethics Evaluator and the AI Capacity Building course. Today, we proudly unveil the AI Real Toolkit, which offers tailored AI roadmap, actionable recommendations, and practical strategies for responsible, inclusive growth. For Kuwait, this affirms our commitment to ethical, human-centered AI. For Pakistan, it showcases a dynamic IT sector for the region. It shows that innovation and values can go hand in hand. The conference is about building partnerships between governments, industries, entrepreneurs, and investors. Together we can create jobs, expand opportunities, and contribute to shared prosperity. The AI Real Toolkit is not an end but a beginning for future work. Let us embrace technology, responsibility, and shape AI-powered future that advances humanity as much as progress. Thank you all for your listening, and we wish the very best for the cooperation between our nations and all members of DCO. Thank you.
Now we will play a video on empowering nations through AI.
Are not part of this progress. The Digital Cooperation Organization presents AI Real Toolkit, AI Readiness to Empowerment, Adoption, and Leadership. a holistic framework built on 5 pillars: talent, policy, technology, infrastructure, and economic impact. AI Real guides nations to close gaps, develop solutions, and accelerate AI adoption. AI Real is more than a toolkit. It is a roadmap for countries to build, to lead, and to claim an AI future that belongs to everyone. Together, we can make AI real, advancing prosperity for all.
Now I would like to request Dr. Hajar Al-Hadawi to continue with the insight session on empowering nations through AI.
Thank you again, and thank you for launching today this amazing project initiative. And the AI Real Toolkit is not just a tool; it's more than a tool. This offers a quantitative diagnostic assessment designed to guide nations toward effective AI adoption and integration across public and private sector. By identifying strengths, gaps, and strategic area of improvement. At DCO, we are really proud today to provide this tool, this strategic tool to our member state, and not only, more than our member state, to assess their readiness, empowerment, adoption of AI. We see today, as mentioned by many of our present or people that have been talking today, but also more globally. We were at UNGA, and one of the most relevant topics that have been addressed was AI. AI today is creating, but previously AI exists since 1918, and it was analyzing data. Today, AI is creating data. But tomorrow, and the near tomorrow, the agentic AI will act. And that's really, I mean, a very high opportunity for nations to be ready and to integrate, be aware of what is happening, and to integrate the AI in their own strategy. Therefore, we are glad to serve. Okay, no, I think it's, yeah. We are glad to serve our nation by providing this toolkit. And not only, we have launched also the ethical AI toolkit in Geneva. We see that the digital economy will grow by 8.5% in 2025. And it's the fastest, 3 times fastest than the global economy itself. Therefore, it's important for us to make our member state ready for AI. What is the AI Real Toolkit? For us, it's 4 main objectives. The first one is to create robust AI assessment, means the member state need to assess their AI readiness. I will give you a small example. I was talking with one of the Excellencies Minister, and I asked him, what is the priority in the strategy today for the ministry? And the answer was directly AI. But when we see the readiness of the country, connectivity is only by 20%. And therefore, it's important to assess the readiness of the nation, of the infrastructure, and this framework will help member states to assess it. To assess also the ability of the country to integrate AI, and not only, but also we suggest recommendation and artifact by providing customized AI roadmap and initiative. Means the country did do an assessment for its AI readiness. We complemented with integrated ability, if any, for the country. Then we suggest impactful recommendation, and then we build together with our member state a clear AI roadmap. The AI Readiness Toolkit is active with 5 pillars, 17 dimensions, and 39 indicators. Some of those pillars are the talent and skills, which is key success factor today. If we don't have the right talent to accelerate and integrate AI, it's a challenge. Also government readiness, not only, also the infrastructure and the integration of AI. It was for us also important to build the dimension and the pillars, specific maturity in 5 pillars. This nation, and you will be, for the AI readiness, you will have either you are an aware nation at the start of their AI journey, and we have many challenging area in some of the member states. The nation is active, or the country is really active and is engaging with AI by drafting policies, by setting also initial framework, and also scaling solution. And or the other specific maturity level is operational, which is AI is integrated into daily operation of the country, or the maturity of being systematic. It's a process, it's advanced country that is building AI in its ecosystem, or you are an influencer nation in terms of AI. And this is by shaping also international standards, policy, and using AI to transform nation and address societal challenges. How we do that, I will share with you the dashboard, but this is the workflow of the toolkit. The first is the nation or the country to register on the DCO real toolkit portal, and to conduct as a second step AI readiness assessment to see the level of maturity of the country. Overall maturity level is then assigned. Is it operational? Is it advanced or influencer? And the list of national and sectoral initiatives will be presented that can help the member state and support the member state to integrate AI and to advance its maturity level. But then we will support our member state also by providing clear recommendation and adoption of a roadmap that will be provided to each member state. We will also share then after with the working sessions and working group with the member state a roadmap and the clear playbook that will be shared. And then we will have at the end an overall country AI real toolkit full report for our member state. I will bring you now to the toolkit portal, and you will see the steps how you can register as a member state by clicking to get the maturity level and the assessment, and then you will evaluate the readiness, review the, evaluate the readiness, review the inside, and also formalize the adoption. Then you will have a clear dashboard after that to show you which element of the dashboard in maturity score, in pillars of AI maturity readiness. Here you can see an example of the maturity score. After that, we will work hand on hand to provide you with clear recommendation, as I mentioned, and those recommendations will be also in the dashboard. You will have scores. Completing those recommendations with clear initiative. And initiative can be training, can be collaboration with other nations that are more advanced in policies or international policies, can be also cross-industry, including, for example, AI for energy or other industries. And we will have also a clear roadmap that will show you for your country the readiness, the maturity, the dashboard, recommendation, and which initiative should be implemented to get into the right standard. Then we will also provide you with educational resources that will give you the assessment guide, but also the AI adoption. And we have a variety of training that are already settled in our Skills Universe Academy and can be delivered directly to C-level, to ministries, and also to the people that want to be trained. It's, for me, a real honor as a DCUers and as the Director General of DCU to really launch in this platform in the Pakistan Kuwait Tech Conference 2025, such a powerful tool that can help our nation to be ready and to implement the right initiative to compete on a global level. Thank you so much for giving us this platform to launch such an important toolkit. And if you want to access to this toolkit, you only have to scan and you can get into the journey that I shared with you today. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hajar Al-Hadawi, for an insightful session on the AI and AI Real Toolkit. Now we will invite representatives from 10 Pearls Private Limited, Systems Limited, DG Float, and TMC Private Limited to showcase their innovative solutions.
Assalamu alaikum, marhaba, and good morning to all ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to be here. I want all of you to imagine something with me. Imagine that we're on a cruise ship on the top dock, docked on the wake port. The weather is calm, partly cloudy. There's a cool breeze blowing across our faces. And if I were to come up to you and tell you that I see a tsunami heading our way for imminent impact, you would probably think I'm hallucinating. But believe you me, there is a tsunami coming. Just not of the physical kind, but of the digital realm led by AI. According to McKinsey, 93% of organizations are going to be increasing their spend in AI in the next 3 years. However, only 1% of organizations feel that their AI deployments are mature. So that begs the question, million-dollar question, that how do business leaders ensure that the investments being made in AI are actually moving in the right direction and are bringing tangible results? Well, I'm Saad bin Waqar, and at 10 Pearls, we are trying to address this very question. So, I forgot to share the slides, but anyways, 2 decades ago, when 10 Pearls began its voyage, there were 2 things that became our North Star: innovation and adaptability. So when AI came knocking at our doors, we were ready to embrace it, and now we're leading from the front. We have more than 1,300 global experts across the world, 4 delivery centers across 4 continents, and we are trying to make sure that we partner with the organizations in every industry to solve problems, the complexities of the industry-specific challenges, and move into the next generation. So, what does 10 Pearls do? We are primarily a digital-enabled company. We are powering every industry that we touch. To summarize, there are 3 main areas that we focus on. Number 1 is innovation. So any disruptive technology like AI, virtual reality, augmented reality, IoT, blockchain, that's where we're focusing on through our R&D and efforts with customers. Second is digital transformation. So organizations which are going to be embarking on moving away from legacy, transforming their business processes, that's where we're supporting them. And third is technology augmentation and acceleration. So there are some organizations that are in pretty much advanced stages of their digital transformation. That's where we come in with our experts to augment that, supercharge that to go to the next level. And we're working with platforms like Salesforce, Oracle, Dynamics 365, just to name a few. And we're also supporting customers build their own IPs. In terms of the industries that we touch, we're spread out across financial services, energy, telco, media, education, you name it. I'll just take a moment to share an interesting story with you. There was a customer from a construction engineering side. They had the problem with managing their inventories, how to make sure that the equipment is running on time. some of the few challenges that they faced. So what did Tenpulse do? We provided them with an IoT-enabled real-time dashboard to help monitor their inventories, and then we encapsulated that with an AI model that predicted the demand for the customer. The results were amazing. 40% reduction in the downtime of the machines, and then obviously the inventory got better as well. At the end of the day, the bottom line is they improved their businesses. So, if you look at it, this is not just an isolated win. AI is transforming every industry in today's age. The future is being written today by those who dare to innovate with intelligence, integrity, and diversity. And I'm super proud to share, and I'm honored that Kuwait is actually the one who has taken that dare. Just last month, BCG recognized Kuwait as an AI practitioner. Now it puts it amongst the 30 economies in the world which are making great strides in AI. With the Kuwait 2035 vision, I think this is going to be a game changer. And at Tenpulse, we believe you've got the right mindset, the right skill to collaborate with you to make sure that we can take Kuwait to the next level, how governments redefine customer services, how healthcare redefines care, and how businesses build trust. I believe we can build that synergy and inshallah take Kuwait to the next level. Looking forward to partnering with all the Kuwaiti firms and everyone here. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Omar Laid from Systems Limited. I cover MEA region for the last 20 years. So Systems is the biggest SI and IT exporter in Pakistan. Systems is publicly listed with a market capitalization of more than $725 million. After 48 years in IT business, we have more than 7,700 employees spread over our 16 offices, global offices spread through MEA, APAC, USA, and Europe. And focusing on AI, digital transformation across telco, public sector, private sector, healthcare, and other sectors as well. Sorry. So we have partnership with different partners, different principal vendors from the globe, like Microsoft, SAP, Temenos, Red Hat, IBM, AWS, Salesforce, ServiceNow, and many other principal vendors. We are a service-oriented group. We only deal with services through managed service contracts, through fixed scope projects, through outsourcing. Through these partnerships, with aligning with different vendors, we get several accolades, such as Microsoft accolades as a partner of the year. We're one of their best and top partners in the region. We're one of the also 50 partners globally who has the inner circle from Microsoft. Same for other vendors. Most of the vendors, we have accolades through them. This is quite list of accolades we have throughout all these vendors throughout these years. Also a list of clients that we have globally. You can see in different sectors, in telco, in banking, in public sector, across the globe. Another list of also other clients. When it comes to the Kuwait Vision 35, we're aligned with the vision, especially when it comes to transformation, like digital transformation, like AI, cloud, data analytics. We have the expertise and we're happy to go through it with you. Here are some success stories from the MEA region. We have for sure other success stories across the globe, but we just want to show you some success stories that we have done in the region. One of them is DDA, Dubai Digital Authority. This is the biggest authority in Dubai that rules Dubai government entities. We have implemented with them the voice of customer. Because we are talking about AI. This is one of the main projects through AI, where all citizens and expats can call DDA for any case they have, and this case will be shared with all government entities through the CRM unified system across all the entities. Others like DOH, Department of Health in Abu Dhabi, where we built their first pandemic response platform after the COVID days, where it runs through the hospitals, universities, clinics across the Emara of Abu Dhabi. RTA is one of our biggest clients, Roads and Transport Authority, that manages all the transportation through Dubai, where we build their CRM, their master data management platforms, their inspection systems as well. DHA Hasana, one of also our biggest accounts, where we implemented Hasana for infectious diseases for the Emirate of Dubai. Other success stories, Orido, when we talk about digital contact centers. This is the first AI digital contact center in the region through different channels like chatbots, like WhatsApp, and voice as well. And we have done with them several projects, AI and digital transformation and many other projects. And all these projects are through managed service contracts or fixed scope projects. One very important project, which is Parkin, which is recently delivered also in UAE, which is around the Gen AI. When we talk about Gen AI, it's for their digital contact center through voice, where you will reach a place where you will not be having agents, or all will be virtual agents running the whole business. Other projects like Kahrama in utilities also, we run all their IT projects through our managed services contract, running through all their different departments. Others like DP World, like AD Customs. So we're spread across all sectors, all domains when it comes to IT projects. Same like for AD Ports, for Dubai Police, for also police accounts, we have run their digital transformation journey, AI, and many other projects. Some Saudi success stories also when it comes to some public sector clients. So at the end, we just want to deliver the message that we're here to support you, and we're part of bigger IT companies from Pakistan. We're specialized in IT, digital transformation, AI, with many, as I showed you, many case studies and many references. Thank you very much.
And now I would like to request representative from DG Float to represent the innovative solutions.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. So my name is Dr. Faisal Orgzai. I am the founder and CEO of DigiFloat, and I'll be representing my company here in front of you all. I am a dual PhD in data and AI, open source contributor, author of a book, speaker, trainer. So my whole life has been working on digital and AI big data domains. DigiFloat was founded in 2016 in Denmark. Then we set up an office in Belgium, then UAE, then delivery centers in Pakistan. So it's a European-born company which specializes in digital data and AI and leverages the talent we have, immense talent we have in Pakistan. Over the years, we have worked with around 200 plus customers. We are not a very big company. We are a small company, but we are very specialized in the domains that we work in. So we have an AI Center of Excellence as well, which consists of PhDs in AI domain, and we involve them in the most critical projects where the industry expertise is not enough. So we have the capability to devise data and AI strategy for large multinational companies, Fortune 100 companies, as well as countries. Currently, we have presence in 5 countries, 4 I mentioned here: USA, Belgium, UAE, and Pakistan. We are sector agnostic. So we worked in banking, insurance, pharma, retail, and public sectors. And as I mentioned before, digital, data, and AI. So these are our expertise. And we are an end-to-end partner, so we do advisory, provide advisory services, we do project implementations, and then we also provide support services through our 24/7 support center. Here you can see a list of customers. We have huge names. Some of those are mentioned here. And when it comes to digital, so Saudi Aramco's most critical digital portal that they have that hosts 750 plus applications across Aramco, which are used on a daily basis by 130,000 employees. Even the CEO uses that application. And if that application stops, Aramco's operations stop. Even the hydrocarbon applications and exploration applications are hosted on this platform. And we are the ones who are modernizing that existing portal with 130,000 users, so highly critical application with 4 nines of availability. So we are very proud to say that Saudi Aramco trusted us for this highly specialized and critical project. When it comes to data, so Johnson & Johnson, all of you know, it's a Fortune 100 company, I would say Fortune 50 company. They are modern data and AI strategy and data platform design was done by us. Okay, so we are very proud to say that. When it comes to AI, RTA is a very well-known client. My colleague from Systems also mentioned that, and we work on some projects together as well. They've been spending millions of dollars on their AI strategy, involve multiple firms for designing their AI strategy, etc. But when it comes to implementation, so we are very proud to say that they pioneered 2 AI use cases. One AI use case which is the Mehboob chatbot, the customer-facing chatbot that provides information about the services they have, procedures, policies, etc. The modern version is being developed by us. Then an internal agentic AI project in which it used to take them months to complete a certain process. We are working on an agentic solution that would be automating that part. Plus, we have developed another AI use case which allows them to talk to their data. So they have huge data sets available, but the business doesn't have the visibility of what is there. So our agentic system allows them to ask questions from their data. So they could ask how many of our applications are obsolete or based on obsolete technologies. And our agentic system is able to provide that answer. And the senior management CEO, they were surprised to see the answers. And they actually started an investigation that really, if this is true, then we are not at a very good position. We need to really do something about it, right? So our solution extracts this information and presents to the non-tech users in very easy to consume manner. And then there are other customers as well. FedEx Europe, for example, we designed their modern operational data platform where they could track their packages across the world. Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank, Majul Fatam, Dubai Holding, very well-known names in the region. Because we have been working in digital data and AI domain, we created some accelerators. These are ready-to-use solutions that we can deploy on customer premises instead of building those from scratch. Press Insights, for example, that monitors news, media, etc., and provides to governments insights on what the public is thinking about them, what the international world is thinking about them. Okay? Medical assistant, pharma chat, document chat, you can chat with your documents, internal documents without going to the cloud, which is very important for the data residency. We work in computer vision, AI as well, and here is an example. On the left, you can see, this is a project that we did for a very large organization in Pakistan with around 2,000 customer support centers. And they wanted to know the average wait time in that center, and they were not able to achieve that. On the left, you can see the state-of-the-art model, and this is about the data bias. Okay, so The models that you find in the market are tailored to the Western world, the Western attire. And on the left, you can see that there are many people sitting on the right, but the model is not able to detect them. And then you see the model on the right that we trained from scratch can detect the Pakistani attire, can detect Hajis on Hajj, etc. So this is the, we claim that this is the best AI model available for this region for person detection. Similarly, for Delta Electronics, the largest supplier of electronics to Tesla, we built a customer support agent, multimodal. It can tell you about products, can show you the pictures, has voice capability as well, so very important for organizations to automate their customer support. Plutus bot for banking. You can do all your banking operations via chat or voice. So you say, transfer $200 to my wife. It knows who is your wife, and if you have only one wife, yes. Otherwise, it will clarify. And then Cube, very important. Deploy anywhere within Kuwait, no need to have cloud connection, and it brings all the data and insights to you with zero data movement. Okay? So in the end, I would like to reiterate, we do have the capability. We can do advisory, project implementation, staffing, and support. And you can think of the most critical project, most critical problem, and if you want to get it done, we are very confident that we can do it. And we are here to partner with Kuwaiti firms, work with Kuwaiti government, and we are available. We have a stall just outside the door on the right, and I hope to see you there on the stall. Thank you.
Now I would like to request representative from TMC Private Limited to showcase their solution and experience in the market.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone. Myself, Hunain Iqbal, and I represent TMC. It gives me great pleasure to be part of this conference, and especially this is the time, and we are at the right time here, when Kuwait is on its journey to Vision 2035 and to be a diversified economy. Being TMC, we started our journey or voyage in 2010, and apart from organic, and we also grown inorganically. We acquired, we started as an SAP practice back in 2010, and with time, as we developed our DNA into SAP, we also acquired major practices in Pakistan, which is Siemens practice for SAP at the start of 2023 and at the beginning of that year. Now we are a combination of number of entities, group entities, and we have also expanded geographically as well as different practices. To begin with, all our TMC entities, what you see are the SAP value-added resellers. We have an entity called Xgeneral, which is our Oracle practice. Knowledge streams where we breed talent locally in Pakistan to serve the international market as well. Then we expanded into cybersecurity practice, which is through our CyberMarks entity. So this is basically all the offerings that we have. This slide represents our international presence. We are around 1,000+ employees, and we have grown geographically as well. We are now present into UAE, Qatar, Saudi, and in Europe through UK, and we are in Atlanta as well in US. So so some of the brief credentials that mentions here, we have created impact through our offerings. Apart from just doing the SI or being an implementer of SAP and Oracle, we have gone deep into the solutions. Now we have our own IPs into education, into healthcare, into textile sector. We are now introducing the core banking solution, taking a leaf from Kuwait book, one of the companies that is started here in Kuwait in 1992, named as Path Solutions. We are now their partners and introducing the Islamic banking solutions in Pakistan as well through a company called Zincio, which has acquired Path Solutions in recent times. Our practice is an award-winning practice, and it's been acknowledged by SAP. We were awarded as the best SAP RISE partner for the entire Middle East and North Africa region in 2024 by SAP, with other accolades on the quality assurance and the fastest growing practice in Pakistan and across the region. And that's what is being demonstrated on the right of your screen as well. Now, in terms of the major transformation, proof is always in the pudding. When the rubber meets the road, when we do the implementations, these are some of the major transformations that we have undertaken as part of our SAP practice. So we run one of the largest payrolls for Pakistan for the federal government. We have also implemented the largest audit management solution for Attorney General of Pakistan. We have worked in multiple sectors. We have built capabilities not only in general in SAP, but we are now sector focused as well. We are deep into education, tech solutions. We are deep into healthcare. The proof is that when World Bank has recently awarded, or last year has awarded us a project to implement SAP or the student lifecycle management solutions for 25 plus universities, and that's been successfully rolled out in 17 universities now. We are now expanding it or moving on to the further upgrades or additional universities in Pakistan itself. So why it's important, why TMC is here? We believe with our expertise, we can support or work or co-create the solutions with the Kuwaiti companies and partners with the companies here in Kuwait to help expedite your journey towards Vision 2035. And we are looking forward to meet you in person in this conference today during this event. So thank you, and looking forward to co-create the solutions with all the Kuwaiti colleagues. Thank you.
We will now be having our first panel discussion on autonomous finance, AI, blockchain, and digital trust. This panel discussion will be moderated by Mr. Naeem Mirza, founder and CEO of AI Doctrine, and our panelists will include Dr. Anwar Al-Harbi, Ms. Fatma Al-Asad Saeed, and Dr. Dalal Al-Ghaus for the first panel discussion. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. So thank you everyone for being part of this great conference. So today we're going to demonstrate, we've been talking a lot about AI, robotics, and what we're going to actually demonstrate is the synergy and seamless interactions between the robots and humans as well. So we have a great panel, and we're going to actually, the panel will be introduced by the robot itself. So let's see if we can get the robot to do the intros. Whenever the robot wakes up, we'll come back to it. So, but I'll hold the introductions, but it will be introduced by the robot. So I'm going to just dive into the questions and answers. So great, thank you, Dr. Dalal. Thank you, Ms. Fatma. Dr. Anwar, thank you very much. So we'll just dive into the question. I guess we'll start with Dr. Anwar. Dr. Anwar has actually authored, one book is published out of Rome, and another one is in the works. That book is focused on digital employees, and I think it's a very timely conversation to have. And for that, Dr. Anwar, I'd like to ask you that media has been evolving with digital platforms. How do you see AI and immersive tech transforming, and how audience could consume that content?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum jami'an. I think the AI role in the media platforms is affecting it so much, immensely, because this is the player part of it, and everybody can watch the TV, can watch all the shows, and there is an immersive technology into it. This is one thing. I think we cannot escape that the social media is one dominant player or platforms now emerging in the last 8 years, and it is affecting our normal or standard media. I mean, even the Ministry of Information in Kuwait, I mean, they transformed some of their channels, which I present in TV shows in Al-Arabi channel, now to 51. 51 is a mobile application by the Ministry of Information. So this is one way of one aspect of the digital transformation into the media. Of course, now you can write reports, you can do so many things using AI. Some people used to take hours and hours of writing, collecting data, the statistics, yet now in the press of a button with ChatGPT or whatever the large language model might be, and we are being affected by it so much so that we can see. There is another problem here we are suffering from is the digital addiction to the new media platforms, and I think everybody can gauge their addiction, digital addiction, by monitoring the screen time in their mobile. We can see, I don't know, I wouldn't say how many hours I spend on mobile, but it is not less than 12 to 14 hours. I mean, our bodies, our hands, our nerve system, our eyes, our neck are all, of course, affected because there is so much attraction in this new media, so much so, you see, people don't even go to Netflix, for example. Even Netflix use AI to see the, of course, immersive programs and this. I think now we can generate films, cartoon films, short ones using AI. This was a task before. And I think this is going to be really very effective for our schools, for our education, and I think this is very important. As a media guy, as a media for 20 years, more than 20 years, I think it is a plus. The AI is a plus to us. Apart from the replacement, well, they are suggesting that the TV show guys, the news presenters might be replaced by robots, different from this one, Mr. Naeem. So they were, of course, there are some jobs at the media levels at risk. It will be replaced, definitely. But I think we have to cope with it. We have to do upskilling, reskillings of our employee. And you mentioned my book. It is all about upskilling and reskilling the digital employee. This is the government employees. And this is coming out of my own trainings I did to the government bodies and authorities over the last 10 years.
Great. And Dr. Anwar is very well known in Kuwait, mashallah. And I remember growing up watching him on TV, and mashallah, he still advises the whole country.
Wow, you made me too old, Mr. Naeem.
I publicly state that you are one of my heroes, sir. God bless you. So you mentioned a lot about the transformations and the upskilling of it. And so not only for individuals, Ms. Fatma, can I come to you, that certainly requires from the legacy application, the databases, and how do they transform to the new world. So my question would be, with enterprises under a lot of pressure, how do you see the organizations what do they need to do to really get ready for today and for future as well?
Thank you very much, and Assalamu alaikum. So one of the first factors is to develop a roadmap, a strategy, which is driven by the organization, if I may, by the board, because that's where the oversight is. And it is about investing in a future for continuity and for sustainability. So if we look at that particular model, whether it is at the government level or an organization level, the forecast or the long term, which I believe is now 3 years, it's no longer 5 to 10 years, because of the constant change and the pace of how things are matters are evolving, whether it's geopolitics, whether it is how nations are rising. It is important to keep in view that where does an organization, I feel that's the starting point in 3 to 5 years, let's say. And then say what is required in terms of the systems and the people which will allow that strategy to be realized and achieved. Once you have that, then we recognize that in this day and age, and what has been very well said by Dr. Anwar over here as well, it's part of our life, both personal and professional. We are amongst digital natives. I'm a digital immigrant. I learned, how to use technology, how to use the social media platforms, etc., etc. But this next generation, Gen Zs and beyond, are digital natives. They're already wired into the system. So how do you merge? The greatest challenge that an organization has is generational diversity. And how do you ensure that they are aligned of the matter of upskilling and reskilling, but reskilling from a perspective of how does it serve the organization? How does it serve the objectives that are being set? So when you move from legacy systems, it's the governance, It's identifying what are the risks. It is also looking at a reasonable time and a realistic time plan or time frame in order to move individuals. At the same time, the pace of learning and the agility that is required by the individual is much faster. Because unfortunately, I say unfortunately because the human mind needs time in certain, to process. Because we are emotional as well. So we have to balance out the emotions with the rational thinking as well. Machine learning is slightly different. It's driven by algorithms. So I think the first element is to have an ecosystem which enables the digital skills, ensure that the legacy systems run parallel to what is being implemented for a reasonable amount of time. So when there is change, as we know, at the end of the day, change is resisted initially. Are all stakeholders on board? Are they aligned, and do they have the competency, capacity, and the capability to take forward that vision? And then is the system really launching that organization into the future in terms of sustainable growth, in terms of relevance, and in terms of productivity?
100%. Very well said and very well articulated, rather. Ms. Fatma heads a global organization which consists of about 5,000 employees spread around the globe. And so her words of wisdom really are very pragmatic and something that we interact on day-to-day basis. So we're very glad to have you here. The next, I want to introduce Dr. Dalal. Dr. Dalal, how many people here think food is important? Everybody, right? We want to make sure that food is consistently remains important. And we are in the safe hands of Dr. Dalal. So we want to make sure that the food security remains consistent, and with the new technologies of IoT sensors and drones and what new technologies are implementing, would love to hear your thoughts. How do you see food security? And Dr. Dalal actually is a global speaker, keynote speaker. She actually very grateful. She was in Singapore day before, in London, and then you're traveling to Singapore, and I'm very grateful for you to take time today. Thank you very much. So would love to hear your thoughts on that.
Thank you so much, and Sabahkum Allah bil khair. It's a pleasure to be here. I feel very nostalgic because the last time I was on this stage was during my high school graduation. So you can imagine this is a whole, let's say, homecoming, as they say. So it's a pleasure to be here. As Mr. Naeem has mentioned, I'm a food security expert. I've been based in the Asia-Pacific region for over 15 years in Hong Kong and Singapore, and there I've had the privilege to work with some of the most innovative agri-food tech solutions through accelerator programs, but also through venture capital investments. So it's a great question because agriculture is really becoming digitalized from the farm to the table. And this is what we always say. It's called DigAg, digital agriculture, as a sector category. So I'm not going to give you a lecture, I don't want to bore you, but I'll just try to break it down in a very simple manner of how this technology is infiltrating through all aspects of the food supply chain. So we have what we classify as upstream agricultural inputs. So this is where we have the utilization of satellite sensing technologies, GPS systems, also drones, to be able to map out the field and to improve, let's say, the agricultural outputs. We can then go a bit further towards, let's say, the seeds or any type of, let's say, livestock, and we can utilize gene editing tools and utilize digital technologies to optimize those systems, and at the same time use different kinds of dispersal mechanisms through different kinds of robotics to be able to improve the yield through fertilizers or pesticides and other, let's say, agricultural inputs. Moving towards the midstream, we have what we call the packaging, production, processing, and also the storage of different agricultural inputs. So what does that require? We need to have all types of IoT sensors to have very critical controlled temperature, humidity, and other parameters to ensure the products are stable. And also alongside that, we have what we call the blockchain solutions that are enhancing the traceability of these products throughout the whole supply chain. Now, as we go towards the downstream side, then we have the whole distribution logistics, right? So through that, we can see also the application of blockchain. Then you have the emergence of SaaS platforms, which will be an integrator with all stakeholders from, let's say, the distributors and also to the retailers and finally to the customer. And it can keep going. I would say the last part of the digital agricultural aspect is what we call the digital marketing in the food industry. So in fact, I'm an adjunct professor at the University of Hong Kong, and this year my students published a thesis about the impact of digital agriculture, digital AI solutions in food marketing. And what we've seen is you can utilize AI to produce AI-generated content, so that helps to promote food products, and you can also utilize it to create dynamic pricing. So often what we say is that AI is always about efficiency first, but right now we're going through a revolution with the food industry where it has to be not only efficiency, it also has to be AI enhancing the experience, but also enhancing the ethics. So in order to convince a consumer to have a product, what kind of, let's say, prompts or let's say persuasive methods will they deploy to be able to attract that consumer? So it's a very, very deep topic. I have to say that, with regards to the Pakistani, let's say, influence in terms of, generating these food technology startups, I've had the privilege to work with 2 companies. I'll give you guys an example. The first company is called Regenesis Ag, which is a company from the US, but their complete software team is from Pakistan. And what they've developed is a fully integrated blockchain solution through QR codes and, let's say, dashboard monitoring to be able to track and trace food products from the, let's say, farm to the table, and also to activate what we call a product recall system, meaning that if there's any food fraud or any, let's say, contamination within that supply chain, they can identify, let's say, the exact location where that product is and quickly recall it. So this is one example. The other example would be a UAE startup called Watermelon Market, which is in what we call a ag marketplace platform, which, let's say, connects all the stakeholders to be able to integrate fast transactions as well as efficient, let's say, distribution methodologies. And with both of these companies, it's very interesting to see how Pakistani software developers are really working remotely with international companies and creating a truly global impact.
One, Dr. Dalal, I'm very glad that you're doing the work. I want to make sure that my food that I eat, I should perhaps start eating less food in a day. That's what my wife says. But I'm glad that you take care of that part. So please continue that great work. And then you mentioned an interesting topic about the AI influence in not only the food technology, but also the information that comes to us on a day-to-day basis. It is becoming extremely difficult to actually recognize what information is real and what is not real. So, Dr. Anwar, I'd like to ask you, how do you see this misinformation management, especially media, is a vital source that we get this information, and mashallah, you being the expert in the media, I'd love to hear your thoughts. How do you see this misinformation being impacted, and how can we control that, possibly?
Thank you, Mr. Naim. The misinformation or disinformation is a vital category in the social media. Before I answer this, I will just mention the effect of the social media. 3 days ago, President Trump forced TikTok to be sold to Oracle, $14 billion US. Just imagine, every platform, X and Facebook, Instagram, you name it. Meta controls most of them and others. Although they have so much big platforms, well, this is a new media, yet they couldn't tolerate one social media not being controlled by them. Why is this? Because the content is very important. You have to control the content, the behavior of people, what are they thinking about? Now there is 1 billion users for the TikTok, and to buy it for a cheaper price for 14 billion for Oracle, it means there is something strange going on. I mean, how come this is something like this? Yet people, I'm using TikTok and it is a business. You know why? Because 20 million people from USA their startup business is done on TikTok. It is a startup platform other than being a media. So this information is very important. We have to be very careful of it. And of course, I think we have to monitor. I think the guys here before on this, we have to quite honestly have AI monitoring all those misinformation, let us say, and this is a fact of life and we cannot escape it. We have to face it. We have to deal with it accordingly. and of course educate our people how to better use the social media, not to, of course, use it unlawfully, because there are people who are watching this, and I think it is very important for us to be careful. Not everybody goes and put somebody's picture. You know, they hacked me the other day and they put my voice. They cloned my voice, and my voice went to my contacts. And then I am asking for money. I didn't do it, but they cloned my voice using AI. And I am the one who teaches cybersecurity. I fell to the trap of pressing a link from a very good friend. So never trust nobody nowadays unless you check on this link. So I think we are in a world that is digitally transforming fast, and I hope we can really take care of this.
Great. Dr. Anwar, I'm going to ask one last question in 30 seconds. If you can have one advice for the audience, what should they be considering? To the audience and for us, for me personally, what from you, sir? Yeah, and we're going to ask the same questions from you as well.
I think we have to be experts in the cellular AI, and we have to be developers. We have to be content creators in a very professional manner, so that we can really reach and compete and make businesses online legally. Thank you very much.
Brilliant, excellent. Ms. Fatma, cybersecurity is definitely a growing concern, and I know you interact with many organizations helping them secure, and how do you see the digital transformation impacting with the impacts of AI, and one advice for all of us from your experience?
Definitely cybersecurity is a strategic mandate that at the governance level, so with, as I mentioned, strategic planning and the governance that is required, whether it is at the country level or the organization level, but building strong data security protocols, data privacy protocols as well, ensuring that how digital platforms, the way they are connected, how are we securing not only the flow of information, but the flow of financial transactions that are taking place. For example, one of the clients that we work with, Safaricom in Kenya, and Chinosis with the marketplace, over the last few years, our teams have been on ground in order to develop not only the architecture, but strengthen the cybersecurity protocols and data privacy and data protection and the digital layers that have to be woven into the architecture. So that's a big risk. And you have to have expertise which will also be customized to the local context. So that's very important. It's about understanding, one, what the problem is. It is also understanding the context in which that client is operating in. The African market is different from the Middle Eastern market. Specifically, the Kuwaiti environment is different, even let's say from Dubai or UAE or KSA. So we have to recognize that how the framework is working, where are the protection layers being inserted into, you mentioned it as well, Dr. Anwar. And then how does it impact the individual? So one of the main lessons to any implementation which is driven through AI, which is driven to next generation technology, is to ensure that there are secure cybersecurity protocols which are digitized not only for the front end, but very critically at the back end. And the tools that are ensuring that there is, reduction of misuse of the information, of fraud deduction, make sure the fraud detection is also prevented. And there are many others, especially where you are linking up and integrating ecosystems like the telecoms, the banking industry, the retail. That's the world. You mentioned using social media. Right now, you can go onto Amazon or Alibaba or any of the marketplaces, and when we purchase, the banks get into action, the telecoms get into action, so it's multiple industries. And then the shipping industry gets into the logistics behind delivery of that. So you can imagine the kind of security protocols that must be there. Lastly, the data centers. Where is that data coming in from? The question of data residency, the question of data protocols, where the data centers are. I mean, we can go on. I know we have a paucity of time right now, but it is imperative that strategically we work on a mindset. That is my message. Across the 30 countries that we work with and the solutions that we offer, we say identify what the problem is, focus on a collaborative, open-minded dialogue and discussion to come up with a solution. And then it's about trust and confidence of implementing that will impact the organization and the individual from a positive angle. So collaboration, trust, and partnerships are key. Thank you.
Absolutely. Very nicely articulated. You have hit it right on the spot, Ms. Fatma, and very pragmatic, building things by design and not figuring it out after the fact. Now coming back to my favorite part of food, Dr. Dalal, again, I want to encourage you, keep doing what you're doing. I love my food, and everybody else, I'm sure they love their food as well. We have a question from audience, if you can address that. And also, for everyone here, the team is here, so I'm sure if you have more questions, you can also talk to them later on as well. And if you can address this question and one advice for everyone.
Absolutely. If I get the question correct, it's really about understanding if these technologies actually work. So, I mean, as a justification, let's talk about investments. Where is the money going? What are some of the technologies that are receiving funding? And what I really love about this conference is the spirit of collaboration, right? The Pakistani embassy is also engaging with the Gulf Cooperation Council, with Kuwait. So I'll give you a few examples of what's happening across the board. So right now, the Pakistani agricultural market is around 4.2 billion in terms of agri-inputs. And last year, the UAE government pledged $10 billion in investments in Pakistani agriculture, especially around the digital agriculture aspect. So that's everything from smart irrigation, sensing technologies for GPS tracking, and also the ag marketplace ecosystem. Now then, let's look at some of the most, let's say, established or distinguished startups within Pakistan. You have a company called Taza. So Taza is an ag marketplace SaaS platform that also provides fintech solutions. And in fact, they received an investment of 6.5 million, and they're co-founded by ex-Careem executives. So Careem, for those of you, I'm sure you already know, is a very well-known car sharing platform and, let's say, B2B, let's say, platform for different kinds of food delivery services as well. So this is one example. Another example is a company called Agri Dunya, which actually received funding from a Saudi venture capital firm called Nama Ventures. And these are just two examples. There are so many, I have to say, in terms of, let's say, the interest from local venture capital firms in the region that are looking to invest in Pakistani startups. Again, you know, I think what we're seeing now is an ecosystem of this. There is this full, let's say, Pakistan corridor or technology corridor where global companies can source Pakistani talents to build their software through either the UX, UI, and also hardware solutions. And at the same time, this, let's say, these technologies and IP is trickling down to society. And now we can see the next generation of entrepreneurs leading the way to generate let's say, new technologies that will be beneficial for the entire ecosystem. So, you know, in terms of the advice, sorry, I didn't give any advice, but just very quickly, I think what people often misunderstand is that you need to be a specialist in food to be able to enter the agri-food tech ecosystem. And that couldn't be any further from the truth. In fact, we need all different, let's say, expertise to be able to drive this forward. We need financiers, economists, energy and water specialists. You need to have scientists, geneticists, and then you need to have people who are doing the marketing. Of course, we need to understand consumer behavior before we roll out any specific product. That's very, very important. And last but not least, you know, as we were talking, as my co-panelists were discussing the cybersecurity issues, even within digital agriculture, there are many vulnerabilities within the supply chain. And you can look to, let's say, a very famous case around 4 years ago. JBS, a very large poultry and meat producer from the US, was attacked by a ransomware and paid $11 million. And the average ransomware attack is estimated to be around $2 million for the agri-food tech ecosystem. So that's food for thought. We need everyone's help to be able to bring food security to the forefront and make food affordable and nutritious for all.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your comments. And Dr. Lal, I want to highlight, I'm really glad that you actually interact with Pakistani software companies and software SaaS-based platform. Now, I want to mention that there are very strict quality assurances programs actually led by Pakistan Software Export Board, which is one of the sponsors, and Pasha. So there are two governing bodies, so they make sure that things are actually done quality. I mean, Pakistani software developers are very, very good, but I just wanted to make sure that governance perspective, PSEB and Pasha does a great job. So I want to thank them for sponsoring this, and the Embassy of Pakistan and the government of Kuwait for having this becoming a reality. And again, I want to thank you all, and thank you the audience for listening to us. Thank you again.
Event, and I would like to invite now 4 companies which will be giving their presentation about their company expertise and as well as the market they are already working in. So I would like to request Ms. Fatma Saeed from Abacus for giving a presentation on her company and her experiences in the IT market.
I believe there are other colleagues who are waiting to present, so I will be quick. I've had the pleasure to address this audience over the last couple of days, so really appreciate the support by PSEB. Abu Bakr, thank you so much. His Excellency, the Ambassador, thank you for this platform, and of course the government and representative of Kuwait. It's very exciting to be here. So Abacus, we have, as an organization, an almost 40-year history. We opened our doors back in 1987 in Pakistan, in Lahore, Pakistan. Our current chairman is also the founder. He established this organization when he came back from Saudi Arabia. He was working there as a financial advisor to some of the largest groups. And then he took a chance on Pakistan. So he's an entrepreneur. But alhamdulillah, this is Abacus at a glance now. If we fast forward almost 40 years, which we will celebrate in 2027, we're across 4 continents. We're serving the Middle East, the African market, the North American market, as well as parts of Europe. And we have worked in the Asia-Pacific, ASEAN region. So inshallah, we'll get there as well. We're headquartered internationally through London. So London offices, the London office owns our Dubai, Riyadh, Nairobi now, as well as New York offices. But Pakistan is where the magic has happened, and it continues to happen. Pakistan is essentially our holding company. We have back-to-back arrangements with the other entities, which are headquartered out of London, as I mentioned, and almost 5,000 people just in Pakistan. If you include our international presence, it's well over 5,000, mashallah. So this is a bit about our legacy. I skipped that slide, I think. 1987, you can see our legacy is PwC. We were PricewaterhouseCoopers in Pakistan, so started as a management consulting firm right up to 2003. When the Sarbanes-Oxley Act happened, some of you would remember that, and IBM buys out PwC Consulting. Our board of directors in Pakistan took a very bold and difficult decision to not be acquired, and we said we will rebuild. So we went back from a 15, we were part of the Middle East Pakistan region, our chairman was leading that. We went back from that status, global status, to a local one office, lost 50% of our clients, 60%, and we rebuilt. And the model was, Abacus is our flagship name, and we will align with global leaders like SAP, that was the first one that we established our relationship with, then Mercer on the human capital, and then subsequently with Google Cloud. And in 2008, we also set up our BPO, business process outsourcing, customer experience, to serve our clients in Pakistan and beyond. So you saw the footprint in 2025, mashallah, with the alliance partnerships that we have and the awards that we continue to get for Google Cloud, and that's the partnership that we have even in Kuwait with Kate, and with our partner Impulse Consulting and digitizing the government and the ministries as we speak as well. And there are many other projects that we are working in. So despite the fact that our people unfortunately couldn't be here in person, the government of Kuwait took a chance on us and enabled us to do remote working. And today we're here and proud to be here, and I had a chance to meet our clients yesterday as well. Very exciting conversations that are happening. As I mentioned, our global partners, the awards that we continue to get, we're also one of the top premier partners for Google Cloud worldwide. Alhamdulillah, and they are supporting us in all the markets that we are serving. The industries that we serve, from the financial services, the banking sectors, to the telecoms, to the retail, the energy sector as well, across these territories. And some of our clients, a very small representation of the 1,000+ clients that we serve on an annual basis. So I have a strong executive leadership team, around 10 different practice areas or business units that are looking at technology, digital transformation, emerging technologies, the BPO. We have our own IP as well. We are also investing on our own product and development research that we're doing, developing trademark, patent products, and working with our partners to implement that and customize it. But the idea, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day is, what is the value creation? What is the value creation for the clients and the partners that we work with? It's about understanding the problem, looking at the solution, providing that strong domain expertise, functional, business, but also looking at local context, whether we are in Kuwait or Dubai or Pakistan or Nairobi or New York. You have to understand the local context and then see what will work and look at it from a collaborative. Of course, our network and strategic alliances, our global delivery model, plus the governance around it. Best practice of governance and good governance allows us to grow, sustain our growth. But the most important is our people. We invest, we give them the opportunities, and they do go out into the world and make a difference. But the idea is, are they helping us find the solutions that our clients are looking for? So thank you very much, and hope to continue to collaborate with all of you, or most of you, as we create the future of business together. Thank you.
Now I would like to request the representative of Qualitatum, if they are in the stage, to please come on stage and present their company and the experience in the market.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. It's a pleasure being here for the first time here in Kuwait, though we had been working with quite a few organizations, including Kuwait Financial House before, but hopefully this first presence here would lead to many more in the years to come and the months to come. My name is Jamil Gohir, and I represent Qualitatum as one of the founders and CEO. We have built this 16 years old business into a global name, and we do independent software testing, quality assurance, and cybersecurity. That's the niche that we have been able to build. And over the period of time, we have been recognized by Gartner in the top quadrants of software testing, and have been able to build an ecosystem of products, processes, and services. So a brief history, for the last 15-16 years, we have been able to achieve TMMI level 5, which is the Testing Maturity Model Institute's maturity assessment level. We are one of the very rare companies here in the region that are at TMMI level 5 and operating as a testing partner. We have a very strong portfolio of clients in Saudi Arabia. We have our own presence in US, Saudi, UAE, Pakistan, and Ireland, and hopefully in months to come in Kuwait as well. We have quite a few clients globally, more than 500 plus. We have about a team of 250 to 300 people, and these are all consultants in the area of cybersecurity and software testing. We are SOC 2 compliant, ISO 27001 compliant, TMMI level 5, and quite a lot of other accreditations that we have been able to build. Why do people choose us? We are a globally ranked organization. We have a very strong culture of research and development. We have been able to build our own test case libraries over the period of time, And we have our own award-winning software testing platform. I don't think that there's any other software testing company that has been able to create a whole library, an ALM, and 16 years of experience in software testing altogether. So I think that takes us to that top ladder of being a quality assurance company serving our clients all across the globe. These are some of the clients that we have served in the past. If you can see, we have a very strong portfolio in banking, financial, insurance, and fintech services. We have worked with a lot of clients in Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar. We have helped build Center of Excellence in Testing and Quality Assurance for leading banks in Saudi. As of now, all the top 5 banks in Saudi are our clients, and we are currently working with them. We have been working with the government and the ministries in Saudi, including the defense, including Ministry of Health and Ministry of Foreign Affairs. In healthcare, we have quite a huge portfolio. As I mentioned, in Saudi, we are working with Ministry of Health. We have helped them with performance engineering of their large-scale ecosystem altogether. Then oil and gas, we have worked with Gasco, ADNOC, ENOC, and quite a few others. And that actually gives a diversity of the clientele that we have, because we have been industry agnostic and technology agnostic. The only strength that we carry is that we have a very strong portfolio and understanding of how software testing and how software security works, grounds up. This is the overall capability metrics that you see. I won't delve into the details, but primarily we do a lot of software quality assurance, where we help with advisory, setting up the processes, helping out build the Center of Excellence in Testing, and also doing a lot of advisory on optimizing the whole engineering stack. Then we do hands-on software testing, which includes the performance, security, platform compatibility, functionality, and quite a few others. On the cybersecurity part, we do a lot of advisory, including the zero vulnerability roadmap development. We do a lot of architecture reviews and setting up the whole solid foundation for any organization. On the offensive side, we have been very strong on the pen testing, compromise assessments, and helping organizations learn about how and where the vulnerabilities can come forward to. Then we have our own governance, risk, and compliance mechanisms and strategies and frameworks, where we do a lot of auditing against ISO 27001 and all the emerging regulatory standards in the region, including standards from SAMA, from NDMO, from National Cybersecurity Authority Saudi, then similar standards in UAE and Qatar as well. So we have been continuously building our own portfolio of the controls around all these different frameworks coming up. And hopefully, I heard that there's a CSF framework coming up in Kuwait as well, so hopefully we'll be adding it to the list. Apart from these services, we have a very strong portfolio of the products. We have our own product called Quality, which is a whole end-to-end software test lifecycle management platform. Vodafone Qatar, the Dubai Health Authority, a lot of banks in Saudi, they are all using this platform. On the security side, we have our own SOC platform. We have a software as a service SOC that we have developed over the last couple of years, and that has already have implementations in Saudi market. And then we have our own governance, risk, and compliance platform called CrossCheck, which helps the entire life cycle of any compliance to be managed by any organization. With all of that, I would like to say that Qualitatum comes in as a very niche organization and partner in software testing, quality assurance, bringing in services, products, and processes all together. I would love to see and collaborate with the potential organizations here in Kuwait and see how we could be able to extend our footprint here in this market. Thank you very much. Take care.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to request Dr. Dulaim Al-Hajri. He's a robotic surgeon, and to give us just a presentation about the use of robotics in medical science. Thank you. I would request Mr. Naeem as well for his introduction, please.
So, everyone, we're training a little bit of schedule because Dr. Dulaim, he's the chief surgeon at Jabbar Hospital for robotic surgery, and he's being called in for a surgical and emergency, so been very kind to spend a few minutes with us. Dr. Dulaim, I really want to thank you for your time, and I know your job is not the easiest. So when we talk about saving lives is in your capable hands. MashaAllah, God bless you. We pray for you and for your health. And we're very grateful for you to spend some time here. I love the audience here to learn and hear from your thoughts. How do you see AI being able to add value in the kind of work that you do within robotic surgery? So how do you see those trends happening and changing?
Thank you very much, Mr. Naim, for a wonderful introduction. Mr. Ambassador, Scientific Committee, thank you for inviting me to this wonderful meeting. Thanks to the organizing committee for preparing this in a professional way. Now, just a couple of minutes, we're going to talk about the AI in medicine globally, and we're going to how much AI improve our practice as a physician. Now, we're going to talk in two parts. Number one part, as a purely professional medicine practitioner, the healthcare provider, how come AI improve our outcome? And the other thing is, I'm going to take it like investor in the medical field, how much AI involved in this. Now, we're going to talk by numbers, number by number. AI introduced, and it cost about $50 billion, according to the American JAMA organization, that they are spending about $50 billion yearly for investing in AI, and only for now in the healthcare practice. This is globally. And the estimate is going to 135 billion yearly as investor in 2030. So this number is amazingly growing, and this is going to advocate a lot of contributions to projects going on. Now, as a medical practitioner, it really improves the healthcare provider in so many things. One, it improves our diagnostic tools, how prefer we diagnose it, how improved our diagnosis team. Number two, patient care. It minimizes the cost and the time in providing the healthcare provision. And number three, it provides the outcome. It proves about the outcome and performance and the quality health performance. Overall, I cannot say that AI is replacing doctors. Not yet, probably in the future. We don't know, but still there is a demanding in the clinical surgical fields, the technical hands and a lot of things. This for now cannot be replaced by AI. But what did AI do in the last years, the last couple of years? AI improves the research outcome very, very dramatically. AI improves the quality of the health company and business in drugs, which means in order to label this drug, label A, and I want to invest in this drug to go to the market, usually we are spending up to 8 up to 12 years in order just to get a license for this drug to be in the market. AI make it much faster. How much faster? 3 to 5 years. Which means there is a 60% of time reducing in investing, which means 60% cost effectiveness in research and development in this drug company. Number one. Number two, AI improves the quality of diagnosis. Now AI, especially in the radiology department, it improves even detection of the cancers. For example, 95% of breast cancer, 95% breast cancer can be diagnosed easily by AI. What about the healthcare providers, the radiologists? 88%. So 95%, 88%. There is a much improvement in detection of cancer cells. Much improvement in detection, which means early detection, which means early management, which means providing of cancer spread in the body, which means more longer years surviving and normal quality of performance. Now, basically, in the summary, I'm going to summarize it. Out of 3 doctors, physicians, one of them is using AI every day. Now, other thing is the AI start to implement more in radiology, now going more in cardiology, and even if my field in the urology, robotics, and especially in infertility. Even the semen parameters in the male factors, AI can read it much more efficacy than the manual readers, which means the AI can read it 30% much better than the lab technician itself, which means we can easily diagnose that you have a problem or you don't, much easier than this. So I was gonna say yes, AI is a growing field in the healthcare. if you mentioned that I speak about only the healthcare providers, I didn't talk about the healthcare quality providers, which means software, data analysis, research, articles, filing, database, prescribing. These are also implementing in AI. I will gonna guess that the AI will gonna take about 50 to 60% the next 5 years in the healthcare providers. Now, I'm not saying that you can easily diagnose your problem by AI. You cannot. You cannot just go to your iPhone and say, well, I have back pain. Tell me what's my problem. No, still we did not reach this point yet. But the AI, at least it can tell you the hint, the strategy where you should go, and which doctors implementing for this kind of a problem. It's direct you very much ways. In the last year, a lot of my patients coming to my practice said, we usually give the questionnaires in the beginning of the clinic. So the questionnaire is, how did you hear about us? So how did you hear about my clinic? And in the last year, about 25%, quarter of my patients, they just mentioned the AI, the best doctor, blah, 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 in this field. And your name comes in the first. I tell them, wow, the AI can tell you this? I said, yeah, doctor. And they tell you about your surgeries, they tell you about your history in surgeries, where did you get education, where was your practice, just a complete CV about my history and things. So it's a growing field, yes.
Dr. Hajri, I am very respectful of your time, and I know you have a surgery to go to. I'll ask one last question. In terms of, one, I hope nobody here requires a surgery, but if you do, alhamdulillah, you are there. I'm really glad. What advice would you give to the audience to be on a proactive basis? There's obviously in a reactive, what can we do to really use or allow AI to help us as a general audience from the AI and medical perspective?
From medical perspective, the AI prevents a lot of things. We already start to use it in our reproductive medicine for now. It improves also the fertility outcome. It's specifically AI now. It can read the best egg for the best semen, and they can give you the best embryo and the perfect child. So AI is really giving a big jump in this. Now, how much success rate of doing this IVF technique for infertile couples? Globally is 45% to be successful. Now the AI jumped it another extra 15%, so we are talking easily more than 60% success rates. So now for the fertility issues, now AI giving a lot more of hope in this practice. Yes.
SubhanAllah, this is IVF surgeries are one of the most, people who cannot have children, and IVF is one of the most advanced technologies, and AI can help that accelerate, which is phenomenal. Dr. Hajri, I want to thank you for your time, sir, and I also want to thank PSAP for allowing us to make this change.
Thank you very much. Thank you for listening.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would now like to request a representative from Vojta Group to represent the company profile and also their experience in the Kuwait and the Middle East. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Zainul Abidin, and I'm here to represent Vojta Group. So our mission is to provide quality services, and our vision is to provide the best. Vojta Group, we started in 1988, and we started as a telecommunication company. Then we expanded our horizon throughout the Middle East, including Saudi, UAE, Oman, Bahrain, and also Pakistan. And we have a strong presence, and we have a strong, we have a good operation in like all of the Middle East. And this is our group statistics. So this defines the volume of work we do here in the region. So it includes our civil work, microwave, telecommunication implementation, the network audits, indoor building solutions such as Al-Hamra Tower, Avenues Mall. These are some of the flagship projects we have done. So there are like smart solutions which will provide And like we have ICT services and data center, which includes hot oil, cold oil containment infrastructure, then infrastructure, and then the racks and the compute and cloud services. So that is all we provide. So these are our verticals. So we have telecommunication, civil work, electromechanical, media broadcast, renewable energy, ICT, and data center. So these are solutions which we provide in all the different verticals. So these are like, we provide in telecommunication, we provide camouflage solutions, grounding systems solution, and then for repeaters in IBS for power systems, we provide critical power systems, renewable energy, and like smart homes and the cloud services. So these are all our solutions. And why Wajda? So it is aligned with the Vision 2035 of Kuwait, which includes the digital transformation, smart infrastructure, sustainable energy, and advanced data centers. So we are a trusted regional partner with the biggest companies in Kuwait and the GCC region. We have the team who is present throughout the region to deliver dedicated services and solutions to the clients. So these are some of the major clients we have in the region, and which includes KOC, KNPC, Huawei, STC, Zain, Urido, IHS, and Ministry of Information, and many more. So these are our contact details, and thank you.
Now I would like to request a representative from A to Z Creators to please come on the stage and please describe about the market experience.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, thank you, Excellency, and all the guests. So before I start, I just want to share that after 2 years, I am doing my sales presentation anywhere in the world. Why? Because for last 2 years, I was chairing the National IT Association, which was PASHA. So it's always good to be engaged with the people. So my company, basically we work with the, our core services into customized bespoke development. We have other verticals also. We work with, partner with Microsoft, Google, Microsoft Dynamics, and Odoo team. But here in the Middle East, we mostly with the organizations who are really looking for their own intellectual property product development. We work with the startups. We work with the organization who wants to localize their own product, their own development. We have the development center in Pakistan. We are legally registered in UK, UAE, Pakistan, and Saudi Arabia. And I personally feel that Kuwait is emerging in terms of the digitization and the initiatives from the government side, where we, being a Pakistani tech company, can play our role based on our experience in the Middle East. And just for a quick case studies, we, one of the large FMCG organization in Middle East, we did their complete custom developed e-commerce platform for the Diet Center in Saudi Arabia, and I know they have presence in Kuwait and other things. We did in Pakistan also, we did a complete digital transformation journey for the organization called Hamdard. They are very famous brand, the name of their product called Ruh Afza. So we complete their digital journey. They were using legacy systems, some basic tools they were using it, and we completely transformed, having their own customized development system. Why I'm just precising and focusing on the customized development, because especially in Saudi Arabia experience that many organizations looking for their own IP, their own source code, locally hosted, localization. So this is where we are specializing for past 15, 16 years. And these are some of our in the region customers. We work, especially we are in the e-commerce area, we are taking care of the Nike in Pakistan, and there are other brands called Charles and Keith Pedro. So we mostly work with the large brands globally, especially in the GCC region, and we have expertise and skill set of the required stuff. So I am here, and the objective to be in Kuwait, we are looking for a local partner who have a local contacts or local IT company or local connections, and use as a development center, as a back office, as a kitchen for your need in Kuwait. So I am right here on the right side, outside, and looking forward to catch up. Thank you once again. Jazakallah khair.
Next, we will invite TPS Worldwide to present their fintech solutions and especially the experience in the market.
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. Pleasure to be here and good to represent TPS. Let me know when it's worked. So my name is Ali Abdullah. I look after as General Manager for TPS Middle East, looking after the territory across the GCC. So we are a technology and services company helping develop solutions for banks and payment processors across different regions. We have been into industry for about 30 years. Started as a company which was enabling card management and ATM systems for banks. But over the last 30 years, we have evolved into a full stack digital payment and platform provider, serving around 70+ customers in 30 markets across GCC with the strength of 450 people. Yeah, sorry, it's up now. So, as I mentioned, we are a digital banking payment platform provider. So for us, everything sums up into a single platform called Iris, which is the next generation unified payments platform, which is enabling not only traditional banks, but also enabling central banks, payment processors, and telecom operators, and also the upcoming fintech from both fintech enablement and also providing managed services to fintechs as well. So what is our core expertise? So we talk about platform and capabilities. So if you look at from a traditional offering perspective, in any customer journey from in financial services, the experience starts from issuing an instrument to the customer. So we power instruments like digital wallets, which could have two meaningful. One could be the objective of financial inclusion, like M-Pesas, and the other is digital inclusion, like Revolut. So we power those journey starters for our customers, run the entire value proposition through a unified experience over mobile and web through our digital banking platform, and then enable them to do global interoperability through our cards platform itself. Once you have given this journey to our customer, potential customer, they would need to enable and accept payments through your ATM, POS, merchant management, and other businesses, both in physical in-store, also in e-commerce. So our technology helps this journey end-to-end for these institutions. While doing so, eventually you've launched something in the market as a bank, you need to bring global interoperability and follow global standards. So our expertise lies in developing instant payment platforms across different regions, and also enable open banking, which is an upcoming trend in the region itself, and we're powering certain initiatives across different GCC countries, and looking forward to doing so in Kuwait as well, where this is upcoming. So products, apart from products, we also bring the value addition to our customers through our services, which includes managed services, which is up and beyond the traditional offering, augmented teams to help develop your right use case, which brings the right value for your customers, and also give them the ability to ensure whatever you're launching as a financial product to your customer is fulfilling the end need. So that means we encapsulate our offering with consultancy as well. We're going to talk about our experience in the region. So I've sort of talked about two types of experience. One is global experience across the globe, but also something very localized to Middle East and wider GCC itself. So I mentioned we empower national payment ecosystems, so likes of central banks and national payment processors. Something very close in the region, so we're powering national payment gateway for UAE and Abu Dhabi. So they're using our platform to power domestic e-commerce transaction, and it's an infrastructure layer on a national level for UAE. Similarly, if you go on a wider world, we're powering corporate payment aggregation, bill payment aggregations on level in Pakistan with OneLink, where we're powering roughly around 2 million transactions a day and about, I think, it's 50 trillion transaction volumes annually on the platform itself. So this is talk about digitization on a national scale itself. Similarly, we're doing a lot of projects in the developing countries in Africa. If you move to traditional banks, this is where you enable the capabilities for a bank to empower their customers through journeys, wallets, cards, and power the ATM networks. So we have customers across GCC, Saudi Investment Bank, Bank of Saudi, Doha Bank, which is again on multi-country operations that we are serving, and we're serving them in Kuwait as well. So our platform is deployed and already certified in Kuwait through Doha Bank. And Bank Nizwa, which is one of the most advanced Islamic bank in GCC. So they are very digital forward bank itself. So we're powering their fintech as well as conventional banking initiatives. Moving into how we enable service providers in the industry. So payment processors are entities which take technologies from us and help build their use cases and serve the end institution, financial institute. It could be a bank or a fintech and other entities. So we're powering in the region Network International. It's the largest payment processor out of Middle East and Africa. So they're using our prepaid value proposition and enabling about 8 customers in GCC and wider world as well. And then we are powering a couple of other initiatives in Africa to help them derive financial inclusion use cases for PSPs, as well as the ability to enable merchant business, as well as the ATM powering networks across different regions. Fintech, as I mentioned, is more of an upcoming engagement in the market. Now we see the value of fintech is going to be, in terms of dollar value, is exponentially growing in the region. A lot of investments coming in, and the next wave is we see is going to be coming from Kuwait itself. So for us, we have been enabling fintech. So we've enabled Dubai Financial Markets. They have a fintech division called iVestor. We're powering their digital financial services initiative through our platform. Similarly, Kamal Pay, it's for financial inclusion aspects, corporate payments, and WPS, salary processing. So these are initiatives we're powering through our offering to fintechs as well. And in wider region, HubPay and Digit Plus, which is agri-tech. So we're powering agricultural-based financial inclusion platforms for them as well. Lastly, but not least, is the ability and the servicing of the telecom industry. Very dear to us is Ooredoo, a Qatar-based telecom operator operating in about 5 countries globally. They are using our tech to power their financial inclusion use case as well as corporate payment use case, both on e-com as well as in-store and in-person. Likewise, Beyond One is a Virgin Telecom group out of Oman. So we are doing financial inclusion use cases from there in the region itself. So how we fit into Kuwait's ecosystem and how we can enable that. So for us, we are aligned on a wider GCC on the national vision of each country. And if you talk about Kuwait, Kuwait is having the Vision 2035, which talks about 4 principles. One is cashless society. That means the ability to deliver and digitize economy through cashless initiatives. This is where we talk about wallets, payments, digitization, and acquisition digitization. We talk about government digitization. So this is where we enable a lot of use cases in terms of GDP payments, government collections, taxation, digitization. Similarly, we're doing for UAE. I think there's a big initiative and potential into doing Kuwait as well. SME is the underlying fabric of any economy. I think digitizing that is essential to ensure that you bring the right value and growth in terms of both GDP. So this is where we enable those use cases as well for corporates and SME through our merchant solution and other aspects as well. So TPS is not new to Kuwait. We have been serving customers prior. We are still serving customers through our Doha Bank deployment in Kuwait. We are serving through networks Barwa Bank deployment here in Kuwait as well. So we are localized our platform is localized and bringing the right set of values for Kuwait market, and we're looking forward to expand it further with this initiative now. So again, a 28 years old company, giving the right value, localized payments for ecosystem building in each country, and ensuring that the tech stack has the right depth to enable any use case that you want to enable for your use case. Thank you for listening to me. Looking forward to collaborating with you and ensuring that we bring the right value to the country. Thank you.
Next, I would invite a representative from Transdata International to present their company's profile.
Assalamu alaikum ji, this is Usman from Transdata, and I'm here to, you can say, introduce Transdata to all of you. So just let you know, like Transdata started working in 2003, and it's been a long journey. And we have been part of a lot of, you can say, digital transformation eras at the given time. And if you talk about the current era, which is AI and other stuff, so we are heavily involved in it. And I know like a lot of good companies representing Pakistan in this sector, they are working in different spaces. But we as a company are very much focused in public safety, governance, and you can say vision AI and digital workforce. So when I say digital workforce, means we are enabling companies to get their digital workforce to catch up with the future, and the future of automation, the future of AI in governance sector, public safety, and our target market, or you can say our technology, is basically for large scale enterprises where they have the challenge of meeting or enabling themselves for the future with AI. So this is what we are doing across the globe. We have a proven track record of 20 years in North America, Europe, and Asia. So now with this opportunity coming in Kuwait, and you can say specifically this region, so we would like to, you can say, extend our expertise and the technology we built for other people across the globe to the Kuwaiti brothers, the Kuwaiti government, and the enterprises, to make sure that we'll help them to get themselves enabled for the future which we talk about these days. So with Transdata, we believe that we are not only just planning, we make those plans come into the reality for the respective businesses, enterprises, and the government. So that's about us, and we would definitely like to meet with you guys to, you can say, explore more opportunities and how Transdata can help you guys to make Kuwait and their entities enabled for the future. Thank you guys.
Next, I will invite Himaya IT to present their company profile.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much for staying put till my presentation. So Himaya, as for all the Arabic speaking, they would know that this is protection. And for the people who do not understand Arabic, Himaya stands for protection. Himaya is an insurance tech platform. For a lot of people who have listened to a lot of services company, Himaya Tech is a product-based insure-tech platform built for the blue-collar workers of the GCC. What we see as an opportunity is that these blue-collar workers, about 30 million of them, have been building GCC in the scorching sunshine and heat, in the construction area, in the mining areas, in ports, driving taxis, which hail from countries like ours, Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Philippines. What we have seen them, that they are underserved for financial products, be it accounts in the home markets or the host markets where currently they are residing. So we built Himaya with a mission that we will not only protect these blue-collar workers who are typically ignored in the larger scheme of things, but we will expand this insurance protection for their families back home as well. So these blue-collar workers who work in GCC countries, unlike the white-collar or gray-collar workers, leave their families behind. These families are old-age parents, wife, and up to 3 kids, sometimes more as well. So we are on a mission that we will build a protection net for financial well-being of these blue-collar workers. We are building up a remittance-linked insurance program in which the remittances that they send every month would enable a zero-cost healthcare insurance for their families back home. Our mission was supported by Qatar Development Bank on our journey. So they were the first equity investors in our program, enabling that the social protection not only reaches the blue-collar workers here in the host countries where they're working, but the home countries where they're coming from as well. So this zero-cost health cover is embedded into their monthly remittances so that their families can have a better future. We in Pakistan have the largest insurance brokerage platform. We have been there for the past 7 years, working in the areas of payroll processing, HR, and insurance services. And now we are looking at expanding beyond Qatar into Kuwait to fulfill the mission which has been identified within Kuwait as well in their 2035 vision as well, aligned to the vision which includes social protection, which includes financial inclusion, and better economic prospects for the underserved markets. We are targeting remittance exchange companies, mobile fintech wallets, and partners who are in the money transfer business so that they can use the insurance as a differentiator for their products and build a better financial protection net for their families. And while they're working in the host countries for 3-4 years, which is the typical life cycle of a blue-collar worker in a specific country, they not only safeguard their today, but they also build a better tomorrow for them and their families back home. Thank you very much for your attention. Would you know of any partners that I can talk to in the remittances business or the cross-border remittances? Our stall is outside. I will more than happy to engage and take this journey upwards. Thank you very much.
Next, we will have a presentation from Digital Soft. Their representative will present about their company's experience and their profile.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, sir, for inviting us here in conference. This is a historical moment for Pakistani IT company to participate here. Let me introduce my company. Before the slides, I want to show you that something that attracted me in the characters of the word Kuwait. There is already AI and T in the last 3 characters. So AI technology is must for Kuwait, and we are here to help them to digitally enable with the AI-enabled solutions like the future is actually related to computer vision. So we have already developed products using computer vision and AI so that you can monitor your business performance and other activities of your business and shops. Whatever, like we have a story for our, I will show you last time, please. Okay. Okay. So our vision is to transform enterprises from doing the conventional way of business into modern way of business. Like back in 20 years back, when we started, it was all doing manual with paperwork. We transformed with digitally into the computer, using computer and smart technologies. Now we have upgraded our enterprises from using computer to computer vision and AI. Our core specialties are AI native enterprise software solutions. We are actually one of the #1 software seller for oil and gas industry sector in Pakistan, like petrol stations, mobility, LPGs, cylinders, tracking plants. So, second, our consultancy is related to UK. We have a cloud computing and DevOps consultancy services in UK. My co-founder, Mr. Azim Afzal, is here. He's the CEO of DigitalSoft UK. He will be sharing a success story of our one of the top mobility company of the world, how we transform their cloud computing and DevOps operations using our services and solutions. Mr. Azim, please welcome. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Azim Afzal. I am co-founder and CTO of DigitalSoft, based in UK for the last 15, 16 years now. So yeah, as Shahid mentioned, we've got so many bespoke solutions which have helped a lot of IT industries, local businesses, from textile to petroleum to hospitality. But yeah, I'm here just to discuss about the DevOps and the consulting side of DigitalSoft. So recently we have helped a multi-billion-dollar sort of logistics company operating in Europe to help transform their DevOps processes. So initially they had it would take them about 10, 15 days just to have a release of their software cycle. And the workforce, which spans over about 150 countries, they were just sitting there waiting for these computers to turn up. So that was the kind of processes they have in place. So they brought us in. We had a look at their processes, and to cut the long story short, we actually brought their release cycle from days to hours. Their developers, they were able to only work just on one release at a time because of the hardware limitations. And that's where sort of we helped them migrate over to AWS, cloud computing, and now their developers can actually work simultaneously on multiple releases, and now they're getting the full potential out of their workforce. So yeah, we are here in Kuwait, and it's nice to meet all of these people, and looking to partnership with anybody who's interested in our services. Thank you very much.
Now I would like to invite representative from IOP Time to present their company profile.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. This is Fahad Munawar, CTO of IOP Time. We basically have three verticals. We are a consulting-based company based in UK and Pakistan. We have three major verticals: Salesforce, IoTs, and AI. Everybody's favorite. So we are Salesforce partners as well. Our digital footprint is North America. We are also providing services in Canada as well as in Australia. So these are the words you have heard a lot these days and today. So I would like to back all these words with some awards and achievements. Back in 2016, 2017, we were recognized by Monarch Awards for our product recommendation for SunTrust Bank Canada. That was the top award we got. After that, in 2024, we were amongst top 50 companies that are providing AI services in 2024. We are Salesforce partners since 2017. Salesforce is basically a customer relationship management platform. We have been providing Salesforce services in US, Canada, and Australia, including Pakistan itself and UK, for the last 13 years. So in the end of the slide, you will see our implementation regarding the document generation. The contract lifecycle management is a bigger problem in today's world when it comes to talking about the customer relationship management. So using the Conga's integration and digital signature system that we developed for our clients, that was taken to Dreamforce 2022, and in the same year we were given the Conga Connect Award for the awesome implementation we did for Easy Legal, a Canadian fintech company. So the delivery does not stop with the words or the delivery of the actual software. In the end, you have to justify the numbers. Numbers are the basic metric to describe the success. So I would pick up few clients from the portfolio. On the top, we have Easy Legal Finance, which is a fintech company. Their return of investment after moving them from their legacy systems to Salesforce went from 64% to 124%, which was a major improvement. And these numbers are coming from our prestigious clients. On second, this is the product recommendation system that we did for SunTrust Bank Canada. Their lead capturing process went from 8 hours to 15 minutes because of the Salesforce app that we published for them back in 2017. Seahold Plaintiff Financing is another fintech firm. There we implemented our e-signature tool for their document and digital signatures. Their operating time went from 3 hours to 5 minutes for getting the signatories sign the documents. So with all the success, it just does not impact our clients. It also leaves an impact on ourselves. For example, with this 12, 13 years of experience, here are the notable wins. We have, within the 1 year of becoming Salesforce partners, we landed 4 Canadian fintech firms for our Salesforce consultancy, and 2 of them are still ongoing. And we are continuously delivering the software capabilities in Salesforce world. We have secured Zimbabwe's government project as well. We are working not only in small or medium-sized companies, we're working with enterprises and government organizations as well. So for underprivileged people who are not able to cherish the Class A telemedicine or the diagnosis, so we implemented a system for them so that the medical care and the hospitalization reaches them in a well-mannered way. We have recently signed MOUs with US-based hardware manufacturers. So what we do is we partner with them, and right now we are working with a very famous car manufacturer, Subaru, to automate and make their ECUs smarter for car racing based on what tracks they're racing on. If this is off-roading, this is meant for the cruising. So on the click of a button using the smart devices, they can basically tune their cars for the specific tracks. So with that said, with all that portfolio and the numbers, I believe we are best suited for the collaboration to uplift this lifestyle transportation and the logistics that are part of Kuwait's agenda. We are here. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we will be having our last presentation from a company business line. And I would request the representative to come to the stage, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First, I would like to thank PSEB and for giving the opportunity, Pakistan Embassy for arranging this. And Naeem Saab, thank you for arranging the session. Really appreciate, and something for us, for Pakistani companies. Okay, thank you. That works. Okay. So something really for the market to open for Pakistani companies to come over here, present themselves, and look exactly for the opportunities, which we have been doing in the other countries, other GCC countries. But till now, I think Kuwait is something which is missing in the puzzle, and we're really excited to be here to look for the opportunities and exactly how we can support the growth. And I think so what we've been discussing in the whole today's sessions and yesterday as well, that there's a very core and very bold vision of Kuwait, basically for their 2035, which they are looking into transforming their economy, diversifying their economy, looking into the new eras, new things and new areas, where I think so digital transformation is something which is very important for any economy to grow. And that is where our companies, and I think so all the companies which are coming over here, presenting themselves for the digital transformation. I'm here representing Business Line. We are a SAP partner. We've been there in the market, you can say, over the last not many years. We are there in the last for the 5 years. We started from one country, and alhamdulillah, we have grown ourselves to the 5 countries we are looking into, and again, we are growing. So started with around 5 people back in, you can say, 5 years back. Now, alhamdulillah, we are a company of more than 1,000 people. We have more than 300 customers onboarded during this small time span, and definitely we are looking into growing our company and along with providing the services to the customers. Mainly, when we say about the division or the areas which we are focused on, is related to SAP. One, we are SAP partners, so we are providing services of SAP. Then the second division related to the business process outsourcing. And third is basically we are into the cloud and offering of the clouds as well. Where exactly what we bring on the table is mainly about the consultancy. And when we say about the consultancy, it's more about understanding the requirement of the customers and providing them the solution which matches to the requirement. It's not something we wanted to sell a solution. We wanted to understand the requirements, and then based on that, we provide them the right solution, which is the customer's requirements are. So definitely we have a global presence. We are, you can say, the domain expertise, and that is our key strength, that whatever we do, whatever the industries we are focused on, as a you can say SAP partner, so SAP has, you can say, around 20 to 22 industry-specific focus. And similarly, we also build our expertise in similar lines to SAP. We are growing, as I mentioned. Then we have the consultancy, emerging technologies. So we are always focused on the latest technology, for example, for the cloud technologies, for the AI technologies, and we have the expertise to build around under solutions under these lines as well. Where exactly the core focus is of our company is related to the enterprise with the ERP solutions which we provided. Then we have the cloud, as I mentioned, that we are looking into the cloud, transforming from the legacy systems mainly towards the cloud solutions, because that is where the world is moving towards today. Then we have data and AI, again aligned with SAP mainly. So now all the solutions, everything which is coming up is related to AI and powered by AI. So that is where our expertise also comes in, and that is where also we have started doing this, and again I think so we are building it up more and more as we grow. Managed services, again, some of the area which we are focused on. We have, again, as mentioned, that we have a team, a larger team to support the customers with their SLAs, with whatever the requirements are. So we provide them the technology services. Again, some of the names which I just wanted to walk you through. Again, SAP has been, we have been accredited by SAP with our services, the level of support we provided to the customers. And before I was coming over here, I just wanted to share information that we already signed up 2 deals in Kuwait. Smaller, but definitely that is a foot we already put into the market. Thank you very much. And we just got one PO today, in fact. So I'm really excited. I think so that is something which shows our presence in the market and in Kuwait, and I think so that is coming back to us as well. So we are looking forward to. Again, I think so partnered with us is something which we always mention, that is support you need whenever you partner with the technology companies. You need somebody who can understand your values, what exactly you bring on the table, and that is where we always listen to the customers, what exactly the requirements are, how we can support them, and that is where our mainly strengths are related to. Thank you, gentlemen. I don't want to take much of time, but thanks a lot for the opportunity. Again, I would like to thank you and thank His Excellency for giving us the opportunity to come over here. Really appreciate this. Thank you.
Now we will move to our final panel discussion. It's on the topic digital trade and smart economy. It will be moderated by Mr. Shehzad Shahid, Group CEO, TPS Worldwide, and will be joined by our panelists, Dr. Ali Al-Faili and Hussain Al-Lakas.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Thank you everyone for attending this, and a warm welcome to the panelists. So just in the interest of time, can I have a brief introduction from your side so we can start a formal discussion after that? So start from Dr.
Hello everyone. Assalamu alaikum, and thank you for inviting me for this discussion panel. I'm Dr. Ali Al-Feri. I'm Assistant Professor at Computing Department at College of Basic Education. But despite the academia life, I'm working also as a board member of Association of Artificial Intelligence of Things in Kuwait. This is NGO. And on regional level, I'm a Younger Profession Committee member, IEEE. So we're trying to empower youth, students, and young profession. We're organizing workshops, regionate, which is cover Europe, Africa, and Middle East. And we are also the global presence, so the 10th region. I work with MGA, Young Profession. We're trying to empower the youth to using technologies and all AI data sets.
Thank you. Mr. Hussain.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hussain Nakas. I used to be the former CIO for the National Assembly of Kuwait. I led the digital transformation journey in democracy in Kuwait Parliament for 20 years plus, and currently I am the owner and founder of GCC Secure Core, a consultation company that will help the government sector in Kuwait, since my background is mainly in government sector, so I have a good knowledge, I am expertise in that field. So hopefully our presentation today, it will be, our discussion, it will be toward the vision of Kuwait 2035 and digital transformation, and this journey that it has been established by Kuwait government, and definitely this kind of event by Pakistani and the embassy. And by the way, I'd like to thank the ambassador for today for his wisdom, advices, and the discussion that we had yesterday. So thank you, Mr. Ambassador, and hopefully that we will be an add-on for this event.
Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Shehzad Shahid. And I am the Group CEO of TPS, our Payments Technology and Services Company. We are there in the market the past almost 30 years, and I have professional experience of almost 25 years myself. I have, other than sort of leading TPS from a very small company to where it is today, I have been involved into a lot of, tech sector support. I have been the Pasha chairman in the past. I have been involved in a lot of such similar activities, both in the fintech space as well as the IT space. I really believe that Pakistan has a lot of potential to grow way beyond where it is today. It is just about the belief and the connectivity that is stopping us from really unleashing that real success. And I think today's sort of engagement between us and the Kuwaiti counterparts is going to really, inshallah, bring a lot of success for both of us.
Thank you, Shehzad. And this is me. My name is Amir Shams. And having Shehzad on the panel, I can promise you that I will not be biased. So let me start the discussion. So, gentlemen, to start this discussion, I want to ask one general overview from all of you that Kuwait is actually hosting this conversation for the first time with Pakistan, and thank you for the ambassador and the embassy who actually organized all this. So what do you think on this digital trade and smart economy, with your perspective, what is the single biggest enabler Kuwait needs today to accelerate this journey? Is it technology, policy, or talent? So start from you, Dr. Ali.
in my point of view, that we are like adapting technologies, and we are thirst for this, and we can see it during the presentation of the companies. There is a lots of potential, and there is already a project being carried and delivered in Kuwait. So we are like kind of a young economy system. We're growing, and we're looking for technical solutions that can help. And I'm very happy that Pakistan have impact there, because I'm working part of ethical AI and ethical technologies, that we're sharing the same values, the same principles. Like we both sharing the ethics, and it's a good, instead of importing the technologies from Western with their Western principles. So I'm glad with this. This will be opportunities to have enhance and improve this type of collaboration.
Perfect. So Sen?
Absolutely, I agree with Dr. Ali and what he said about the technology. Just recall the late summit that we had in end of 24 for the GCC summit, that in attendance of the Emir of Kuwait and his brother of rulers of GCC country, and the outcome that they call it Ilan al-Kuwait, the outcome, the final document that being released through this summit, that the GCC governments should be concentrate on the digital economy and the infrastructure. So definitely the infrastructure, that's what we need here in Kuwait. But still, Kuwait and the GCC, we have the best infrastructure in technology, the connectivity, we have the best expertise, and in addition to that, we are supported by vendors and partners. And I guess through this initiative from the Pakistani embassy and this kind of summit, that the Pakistani companies and businesses to be in Kuwait, I guess this is what will support the economy of Kuwait, and using new resources of economy rather than the oil sector. And this is what the vision of Kuwait and the government of Kuwait, that they change and use different kind of technology and economy, and definitely digital transformation. This is the first step, and the digital economy, this is the sustainability for the future for the entire region. So with support of Pakistani companies and expertise, I guess we will have a different future here in Kuwait and even in the region. And since morning and yesterday, we heard so many and we listened to amazing profiles of the companies, the Pakistani company, that they've been in different countries in the region, start from Oman, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, mainly. They have their main offices there. And as a Kuwaiti, I wish that all these companies, they should have their headquarters here in Kuwait, because you know, recently there are so many invitations from the Kuwait government regarding the vendors and the companies to have their presence in the Kuwaiti market. And I guess every day we can hear that there is a new regulation, a new development in the regulation, especially in Kuwait, that it will support the investor to be here in Kuwait.
Thank you.
Sorry, if you take this question, I think we can't really sort of prioritize any one of these three things that talked about. Technology is not fully autonomous. You know, you need to have people who can define the requirements, who can map them to the local context, which is very unique from each country, each customer, each region. And then you need people who can properly deploy them, configure them, and operate them. So you need human capital, skilled people. You need technology which is localized, customized, configured for that specific context or the use cases. And then you need to have an entire framework, you know, driven by the policies, the bylaws, the frameworks, the other elements of the digital economy, to really make everything happen and align behind a high impact success. So Kuwait already has a vision 2035 that gives us the goal, the direction, you know, which talks about financial inclusion, which talks about digital transformation, which talks about making or strengthening Kuwait's position as a hub, leading hub of, you know, commercial and other activities. So I think how the technology, how the workforce and how the policies are sort of groomed over the period of time, converge together, will define the success. And I think this is one area because Kuwait is a relatively smaller country in terms of population, but having a huge businesses that are happening in Kuwait, you know, you have 100+ investment banks, you have a lot of financial sector, massive financial sector, you have massive oil and gas sector. So there will be a lot of unique use cases that will be very important from the business perspective in Kuwait, you know, both cross-border as well as within Kuwait. So I really think that how the technologies, both the software platforms as well as very customized services for Kuwait that will come together. And I'm sure a lot of things can come from Pakistan through collaboration, both manpower as well as technologies, that will really define how Kuwait can sort of, you know, successfully proceed to achieve its dreams.
Perfect. Shahzad, on your comment, that leads me to a question. Like, the region is moving rapidly toward a cashless commerce. How do you see everyday digital payments evolving in Kuwait? And what role will your industry will be playing into it?
Now, you see, the paper currency is giving way to the digital modes of payment globally, you know. Now the pace varies from country to country, from sector to sector. You talk about the top tier merchants, top tier customers, they already have adopted technology for the digital payments. You know, checks are few and far between. You know, the major payments happen through, you know, the web platforms or the digital platforms that are there, both for transparency as well as, you know, data reporting. That's very important to have a centralized systems there, and that's already happening. The second area are the retail payments and the SMEs. I think this is the area where, you know, globally, you know, disruption is happening, but a lot of work still is needed to be done. And a lot of technologies are geared primarily towards SME digitalization as well as helping the retail customers adopt to the digital mode of payment. And you know, things like, you know, the Google Pay, Apple Pay are really helping that adoption much faster. The third segment of the society are the micro and nano merchants. Now these are those larger sort of set of merchants which actually are there in our daily life, you know, but they are still primarily dependent on cash collection and, you know, those transactions. So I think this middle sector where SMEs are there, and this sort of bottom of the pyramid where you have the micro and the nano merchants, these needs to be sort of, you know, migrated to the digital acceptance. And I think that QR-based payments are really revolutionizing the way this adoption can happen. Similarly, the use of the smartphone apps which can securely transact is helping a lot of adoption. The third thing that is helping massive adoption in this lower two segment of the society are the digital wallets. You know, so I give you an example. In Saudi, a neighboring country, STC Pay has given a massive challenge to the top banks in Saudi in terms of transactions. You know, people earn their salary in a bank, move the salary component to STC Pay, and then do a lot of transactions. So the transactional account is moving from a bank account to a digitally operated wallet. So I think these are the trends that are happening. And because on a mobile app, you can give a lot of services. You can give the tool for budget management. You can have more data insights. You know, you can help them, you know, use their multiple payment instruments in a way that is of sort of financial advice to the customers. I think these are the elements and the trends that are happening in the region, and Kuwait is not unique to it. So I think SME digital transformation is also happening in Kuwait. It has to be fast-tracked. And the bottom of the pyramid, where the nano and micro merchants are there, they have to adopt technology, because till they do it, there will still be large portion of transaction happening through cash. So the entire So if you really have to become a cash light economy, I think these are the two segments that have to really adopt technology, and I really see that happening.
Thank you, Shahzad. Mr. Hussain, you mentioned something about Kuwait having the strong infrastructure and all. I strongly believe that a strong economy is based on the strong public infrastructure. So how do you see the Kuwait leveraging citizen payment platform and digital IDs to make government services more seamless?
Currently, we are deploying the vision of Kuwait regarding the digital transformation. And I guess since Corona epidemic, there are so many services has been established. We already, in Kuwait here, we passed the era of digitization and like computerizing all the services. Now we are in era of digital transformation. We saw so many ministries here, and the fintech and the bank sector are trying to develop the services. And I guess one of the active sector here in Kuwait is the banking sector, which is involving definitely with the payment. As you mentioned that the SME is a part of supporting the SMEs companies, is supported by the Central Bank of Kuwait, and in general the fintech is very active section in the country. So I guess with the best of or developing the infrastructure and the vendors over here in Kuwait, it will help again the economy and supporting the vision of Kuwait. And I just need to add another thing regarding the human and the capital. Yes, Kuwait vision, we have one of the pillars of Kuwait is about investing in the human and investing in Kuwaitis in a way that they have the good education, good knowledge, and especially in technology with AI. So most of the government are supporting scholarships, supporting exposing these employees, the Kuwaiti employees, for a new technology. And we already had different agreement between the government of Kuwait, like big vendors like Microsoft, Google, and hopefully by existence of the Pakistani technology and the Pakistani expertise, definitely the capital and our human and startup business in Kuwait, they will be benefit from this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Hussain. So, Dr. Ali, that leads me to a question. Mr. Hussain mentioned something about AI. This is your subject anyway, so I just want to ask this question. So, see, AI is actually reshaping finance at every level, right? From fraud detection to personalized services. How do you see AI redefining everyday digital payments and remittance experience in the next 3 to 5 years?
We can see it in many places, AI taking place now. I've heard a quote like 10 years ago, it was in Times magazine. They said, AI will take whatever he can take. So he will take anything he can take. And we can see it now with globally, not just in Kuwait. The open banking system, it wasn't there. Now, like, you can open a bank account without visiting the branch, and it's AI taking decision for opening your account, give you a loan, and this will happen because we have a different technologies. It's not just AI, blockchain for securing the communication and checking the trust. This kind of payment will go. And also the digital identity, how you can verify this person, he's eligible to do this thing. And I believe that when he said about the digital payment and STC payment, this is as the population in Kuwait, we have like more than 60% they are expat. So it could be like we can providing some solutions and digital payment that go across the border and not just like within Kuwait system. Like if you want to pay something in Pakistan, you within a second will happen, because now we see Swift they struggling, and they try now. I just read it yesterday in the news. They put $1.5 billion investment in AI and blockchain. They want to move because they see they lose the market. Swift is taking too much, but if you do it with the blockchain, cryptocurrencies, you transfer money within a second, less cost. So this is should be like when we're looking for the new technologies and how we can invest in these technologies and how we can do collaboration. So we want to. I believe that within 10 years there will be new world system, like the old banking sectors. They're moving. They're trying to catch up, and they're coming. Like we see it in Kuwait. NBK has a open banking. KFH has a TEM. So they're trying to catch up with the youth. They want to they open their bank account within mobile. They do transfer money, and they don't want a bank account. Just from your phone number, I can transfer money to you and exchanging the money. So AI taking role of checking all the fraud system, the transactions, even verification that you are eligible to do this thing. With face recognition that you are the owner of this bank account, you're agreeing on this transaction, and this is taking also part of cybersecurity, like how you can authenticate. They say with the biometric, maybe fingerprint was used, now face recognition. And I've seen it with the open banking in Europe. They use also the voice, the print of your voice. So all this being done within, because AI enabled this technologies can be done.
Thank you, Dr. Ali. Mentioning about a cross-border payment, I think we being Pakistanis, I would like to ask a very brief response from Shahzad on this, that remittance is actually a lifeline in the GCC. So how can next generation payment platforms can make cross-border flows faster and cheaper while still meeting compliance expectation? I just need a brief response on this so I can move to the last round of the questions.
So let me give you a real life example that's happening in Dubai today. Dubai has, for a fact that majority, there's a large expat community living in Dubai, and there's a massive country where the money flows out of Dubai to India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, and other countries, and Philippines. So what TPS did back in the days, and still running there in the central bank of UAE, we set up a payment gateway called UAE PGS. And what it does is basically helps connect the exchange houses, with the banks. So exchange houses has a mobile app, right? So what you do is you basically pull funds from a bank account, and with the exchange company push it to the country of its choice. So the advantage was that instead of people used to line up in front of the money exchanges in the past in Dubai, take the cash from ATM or the bank branch, go to the exchange house and then remit the money onward. This is completely changed and completely digitized because of this whole integrated national payment system, which is, alhamdulillah, managed by TPS for over 10 years now. The times are changing. And I think that these stable coins and crypto are going to play a very major role in terms of not only reducing time, but also cost of cross-border transactions. There's a project called mBridge, which is done within few countries in the Gulf. I think similar programs be done by other countries in this part of the world, where those stable coins, which are regionally accepted among few countries, will be used to remove the intermediaries like SWIFT and any others, and enable very fast and low-cost cross-border remittances, which is purely digital from a mobile app of a customer to a mobile app of the beneficiary. And this is where I believe the future resides.
Thank you, Shahzad. So you mentioned about AI, the future of the payments or so. So this is exactly leading me to my last question with the panel, because I think the lunch is about to open and I don't want everybody to be cursing me for a longer discussion. So just a quick response as an ending note. If we fast forward 5 years, what's your vision for Kuwait's role in the digital trade and smart economy? As a payment hub, a Gulf tech innovator, or a AI testbed? What single action do we need to start with today?
Today we should start with AI. This is the future. This is the close future, actually, maybe the time, as is mentioned, times change, and I guess within 5 months or less, the things are changed. So it's very challengeable, but with expertise, with the technology, with this amazing profiles, I guess we will achieve here, especially in Kuwait, we will achieve the AI. At least we will be in the right track.
Lovely. Dr. Ali?
I've seen that even everything is changing. The whole image is changing. I work with AI since 2010, and now it was like everyone was. We call it smart systems, and I believe like everyone in technologies, like they get it with the smart systems. Now with AI and it's like trendy, and now the next level of AI, we'll call it explainable AI, because using AI is consuming a huge amount of data. How we govern this data, who's the ownership of data, and the generative AI, when he generates things, what's the right? So we need to revisit all our regulations, our rules, how we can deal with this data, the data governance, who's owning the data, what the data is allowed to do. I just came yesterday from Ethical AI conference in Doha, and we was discussing about ethical AI, like how we can use it, because now it's been everything automation. He give you permission to take a loan. We seen it even in military industry, AI, weaponized AI taking decision to kill some people or like not to kill it. So how we can make it ethical, make it explainable. The new research areas, like not taking about AI, taking about responsible AI, talking about explainable AI, how we explain this decision when we making AI in medical field, AI in business, AI in education, as I've seen in lots of huge investment, AI taking roles in education also.
Thank you, Doctor. Shazad, if you can.
Sorry, yeah. Well, I mean, these are guys who can better answer the question about Kuwait priority for Vision 35, but I really think that AI is an enabler. You know, it is going to enable everything around you: health tech, ed tech, fintech, gov tech, ref tech, everything, right? So this is for sure going to happen because it's a force multiplier. You know, you can actually multiply the productivity of 4.9 million people to possibly 50 million people by using the right technology and accelerated by AI, especially if you take a look at how things are. It is expected that in the next few years, there'll be 1% unicorn. Now, how can a 1% build a unicorn? It will be done because you will have not human workers, you will have AI agents. So this is going to be revolutionizing the way the entire businesses, government services, fintech services are conceived, you know, in the times to come. I'm not talking about 50 years, I'm talking about 2 to 3 years, right? We've got OpenAI, Operator, you know, the tool that they have lately sort of rolled out. I think, so AI is going to be every country's priority. If it is not there, then there's a problem with the way they really have to looking at future. But I think that, you know, with a country that is into financial space and oil and gas, I think this is going to be the real business perspective. I'm sure a lot of focus will be there on how the transactions, inter-country trade can be facilitated and how can the security aspect of it can be managed. But I think this is only my view, right? I can't really talk on behalf of the Kuwait, but I honestly think that they're the kind of country that we have observed while in the past couple of days meeting some exciting people there. I think there is a vision, there is a passion, and there's a readiness to really take it forward. And I'm pretty sure that they will, sort of fulfill their dreams.
Thank you, Shazad. And I'm basically ending up this session as of right now, but I want to take this opportunity not to thank only these two gentlemen, but the entire Kuwaiti nation for giving such an hospitality and welcoming us And thank you, the embassy and ambassador for organizing all this, showcasing the Pakistani talent in the front of Kuwait. There's a very famous saying, sir, in Urdu that we say, "Der Aid, Durust Aid." So I personally feel that this is the best thing for the Kuwait, that they Aid and Durust Aid. Better late than never. And please give a round of applause for all my panelists. And thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our panelists, and I wish to express our heartfelt gratitude to all of you for making this event a true success. Over these 2 days, we have witnessed inspiring presentations and especially valuable contribution by the Pakistani software houses and especially the companies here in Kuwait. And moreover, we hope, especially the Embassy of Pakistan, that these partnerships will turn into meaningful contributions and help to strengthen Pakistan and Kuwait bilateral relations. We sincerely thank the government of Kuwait for making it possible for the event to take place, and especially providing all-out support, including the immigration visas, including their participation here in this event, and as well as showing their strong determination to support Pakistan IT infrastructure and IT companies here in Kuwait. We are deeply grateful to Pakistan Software Export Board and Mr. Abu Bakr Saab for his tireless efforts, and especially on the request of Embassy of Pakistan, and due to a joint collaboration, we were able to manage and make this event possible. Moreover, we also extend and deeply grateful to DCO, Digital Cooperation Organization, for supporting us in this event, and Pasha. This event was not just a platform to showcase Pakistan's IT potential, but also an opportunity to build new bridges. And inshallah, we hope that in the coming months, years, inshallah, we will be having a strong foundation of Pakistani IT companies here in Kuwait. Thank you so much, everyone. Shukran jazeeran. And we will be having lunch outside the hall, so I wish everybody can join outside. And we are also having a community member from Kuwait here who will be playing a piano and light instrumental music here in this hall. So you can also join back here in this hall to listen to the music. Thank you so much.